Yeah, because that would have been a good thing.
Laudanum is also fun.
I mean, if I lived in the 1920s, I would probably be in a mine right now
Hmm.
Uh,
or a factory.
yeah.
Actually, I'm 40, so I'd probably be dead.
Oh,
On your way out,
Yeah,
one arm.
or like 110
they
or
would
something.
have. Yeah, they would have prescribed me cocaine, and then I probably would have died like a few years later. Like put some leeches on me or something. Or I guess that's more the 1800s.
Or
Yeah,
quote unquote.
not too
Oh,
far
we keep
off.
going back in time.
Although
Uh,
1920s medicine was not much better, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yep.
give
They
you,
used to
give you,
prescribe cocaine for things.
give
At,
you good old shock therapy.
at least
Yeah.
they started washing
Lobotomy.
their instruments at
Yeah,
that point, so
yeah.
we weren't just operating on me with like dirty hands and dirty instruments.
Right.
Progress.
That was after what's it called, germ theory,
Yeah.
but it was still pretty bad back in those days.
That's when the Spanish flu was going on, right?
Yeah,
The 1990s.
that was about the time because it was I think like 100 years prior to COVID, which we handled
Yeah.
way better than the Spanish flu.
Yeah, the Spanish flu was crazy.
So now I'm very happy to live in these times versus those times.
True.
All right, looks like everyone's here. Luca, I think it's your first. Did you scribe before this?
I've not.
So
Let's
this
do it.
is your first scribing turn.
Oh, sorry.
Now I'm really excited for
Not
it.
sure how I feel about that, but Gao, you as the previous scribe need to regale us with a recap of last game.
So no shiitake mushrooms. There we were fighting iron golems. They were using their poisonous breath and hitting hard, so it took a while to take them down. We had to do some recovery, so we left them and went into the barracks resting place area. And on the way there, Darian checked out a box that we skipped last time, and he was able to open it and get us some gold bars. After we took a short rest, Yali was kind enough to interact with us. She requested to give some weapons we found, and Gao, being who he is, he honored her request and handed over the longsword named Lifestealer right away. And Darian provided a rapier +1. During the downtime, Gao has been trying to teach Uslug and Darian Elvish, as our illustrious professor worked on building a lock of trickery. And after several hours, because we had to wait for the door to open up, after several hours, we decided everything's good to go. We went over towards the door that would allow us to exit. We left early, so just in case there was problems, there were none. But we were able to converse with Thulin while we were there, and apparently the reason why he's there is he had a coward's death of running away from battle, as opposed to honorable death would have died the same day anyways. So we talked to him, found out that he's from the 11th cycle. Chomsky asked him about if he'd draw maps of the Empire of the Past, and so we gave him papers and all that. And then I think it was Chomsky, but it pretty much was a collective. Chomsky led it, but the collective of us struck up the idea of giving the undead their papers and writing utensils to write down their stories, so we could have information about the past. So one of the trips we come back to this place, we will have a cat falling at me right now. Sorry. We will have we will try to bring books and ink and writing instruments back so they can provide more detail of the past. And he said to Uslag and Loka that they had been marked by the Raven Queen. And then we finally were able to go through, found out that Jester, as the nickname for our thief of a former party member was nicknamed, was staying behind a little bit, and then he disappeared. So we stayed in the safe room, took a long rest in that safe room back in the Shadowfell. It's proper. And then after getting a long rest, we went out and hunted tracks. Uslag and Gao were doing tracks, and we could see every once in a while see wraiths watching us. But they didn't engage us until apparently their new supervisor, which was a Death Knight, came up and said we're not allowed to continue our travels unless we provide weapons for him to defend that area. And for some reason, instead of getting into a fight, we got into a negotiation with High Vale, the Death Knight. And the professor was kind enough to provide 2 of the +1 war scythes to him. And so that means he allowed, the Death Knight allowed us to continue tracking the trail of Remy. We lost the track, so we headed to Alden's Watch about 10 a.m. Uslag suggested to Quince about placing Xeris in a mirror until we know what to do with him. Quince, Xerxes stopped by and said he would meet him in New Haveskar. I think I probably spelled that wrong. And it has something to do with Shadow Lord and the plan to fight them. So we teleport back to the Void Stronghold, picked up Xerxes, Xeris, escorted him back to took him back to the Alden's Watch, and then dropped him off there, and then we headed out to the city. And we arrived at the 90th of fall, approximately 9 a.m. We need to find Xerxes, and we also need to talk to the captain. And we entered through the Shadow Market, and that's where we are at the moment.
All right. So, as mentioned, it is the 90th of fall at about 10 a.m. You are down below in the Shadow Markets, which seem to be doing pretty well. What does the group want to do?
Well,
Slog's gonna kind of keep an eye out, like kind of looking for our ally Civil, if they're anywhere around here, or Amira. I think.
So,
Oh yeah, mirror.
there are a couple of parts of the Shadow Market. You would guess that Civil's probably in the Pyre headquarters. That's where the Pyre people generally are, the Midnight Pyre.
Oh, and a quick comment from last time. He actually created a party token for us, so we're not having to drag our characters individually through large areas. When
Yeah.
it comes to interactions, then we can break out into having it. That's why there's the party one that's all the way to completely to the right of the screen that you just moved on.
Yeah, so you
That
are
was the only other thing.
under the city right now, as far as you know, in a cave system known as the Shadow Markets. But yeah, if you want to find Civil, at least in the past, you were able to find him at the Pyre headquarters. So, do you want to head there?
I will.
Not necessarily. I was just kind of seeing if he was anywhere nearby, but
Let's see. So the known
I'm
areas.
so sorry,
down
guys.
here-
I thought I was whispering. I was looking through some of my newer spells to see if I needed any cost components. I didn't mean to flood the chat.
Oh.
It's about to ban you for for spamming
Yeah,
chat.
spam, yeah. I'm like, oh shit, I'm not talking to myself.
It's like I might give away my age here, but it's like one of those AOL chat rooms when the bots came in and just start start scrolling. Everyone's like, "Oh God, it's bots spamming the chat." It's like, shut up, old man. All right. So the Shadow Market has a couple of areas. which I don't think I wrote down before, but there's the Midnight Pyre headquarters. There's the marketplace itself. There is the Silent Circle Silent Circle base, which is another area of the caves. And I forget what the name of that like sauna hotel
White
area
Lotus.
was. White Lotus.
I think it was White Lotus Inn or
That sounds
or
about right.
something like that.
So there's also the White Lotus Inn where you can go to like basically get rooms. Last time it had been paid for you by the Midnight Pyre. That's not currently happening anymore because you've been away. But those are the areas of the Shadow Market the group would know about, and of course the cages where people would teleport in.
Arapel, did you need to go shopping for anything?
No, I don't think so. I've got some diamonds, and I know we've got plenty of components that we can use as spell cost components. So I think we're good.
Do you need more bandages?
Yeah.
I think that let me make sure I'm thinking of the right character. Yeah, I've got 11 healing. Wait, no, that's uses left. I've got 5 healers kits, so I think we're good.
Cool. Go ahead, Uslog.
I think we should just find the people we are here to see, unless.
I would be
supplies?
looking for a hemispherical piece of crystal and matching thing of gum arabica. Or would that take more time, Lou?
Well, what is that for?
It is for a spell.
Can you link the spell?
Yes.
Only once though.
I'll see if I can figure that out. Ooh, where did it go?
I guess I should ask, do these material components have values to them?
Is that for resilient sphere?
Yeah.
It's not. There's no cost value consumed for this spell, so I think you can just use a component pouch.
Oh.
Yeah, unless it has a gold piece value, then having a component pouch assumes you have what you need.
Great, cool. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was the other way around. So no, I'm good. Sorry, friends.
Oh, you found some in your component pouch then?
Yes. It was hidden deep in there. Not the most organized of gnomes.
Yeah.
Is there a place to buy like more nature components or more components for spells that are costs?
So
jewels and gems.
You can sometimes find them in the marketplace. It's not common that components or essences are sold, but sometimes they are.
Okay. What about gems and stuff?
Yeah, gems are more likely. So if you're looking for a certain gem for like a spell, you can probably find it in a jewel crafter shop or something.
That's later. I'm quite sure we don't have the money for expensive jewelry.
We probably do.
I think the group is kind of rich, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, in that case.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah, I'm carrying several gold bars at the moment.
Oh, that's right. Actually,
but I don't know if they're worth anything here.
I just realized I do have stuff like in my compartment that we want to unload. So let's try and sell some of this stuff, maybe.
Cool.
Yeah, I think the group might want to split some of the treasure that you have as a party, just so everyone has more money. Because didn't you find a bunch of money on the last few journeys?
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
And it is heavy, so we should bend it or turn it into lighter things like platinum or jewels.
Yes.
Well, I'm definitely in need of things. 1,000 gold piece jewels seem to be the most valuable. Or
Wonder what the
healing.
exchange rate.
So let's find a jewel crafting shop. Maybe we can sell trade. We've got these candelabras and chalices that are like gem encrusted and stuff. Maybe we can do some trading.
Are you trying to sell art objects?
Yeah.
So that would be a probably a day's worth of
Downtime.
yeah, like a day's worth of downtime, and it would be a persuasion most likely. And you could go sell all
I mean,
your
I guess
art
are we in a
objects.
hurry or like I'm fine with doing it today, but if we're in a hurry, we don't have to.
I think our only hurry is to find Remy, which I imagine he's not going anywhere.
Yeah, the group currently is kind of between quests. You were asked to maybe head back to Gaian at some point to look into the Dwarven Towers, the old Runemaster Towers, and a possible way of trapping the Shadow Lord.
So here's another question: is New Havasgard like size-wise? Like, would we be likely to get a better price if we carry these items, these art items and jewel encrusted treasures back to Gaian with us and sell them there?
It maybe, but it's hard to say.
Okay, all right.
I mean, it's yeah, it probably wouldn't be that big of a difference.
Yeah, I'm cool with trying here if nobody else has anything specific to do.
Go for it. Yep.
Sounds like a great idea.
I mean, this might be a good place to pick up a few clues about Remy as well. We could ask around.
I imagine.
Possibly he's in disguise, but
it's a good idea.
All right, so you want to spend the day doing some downtime stuff then?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go through everyone's character then. Uslog, what are you doing today?
She's a little like restless and uncomfortable about being back in a city. So she's kind of just kind of sticking with the others as much as possible, but also just kind of observing and trying to listen in to hear what the deal is in town. If you can kind of hear any.
Are you talking about in New Havasgard or the Shadow Market? Because they're kind of different places.
The Shadow Market, or just like the Shadow Market in this underground kind of area. This is specifically trying to pick up on anything that might relate to Remy or his nemesis, which could be a good connection. Yeah.
What do you mean his nemesis? Who's Remy's nemesis?
Yara Frost.
Oh, Frost.
We had an encounter with her before we left here, so she's definitely keeping an eye out for her. So she's just kind of keeping an eye out, but also staying with the others and stuff, kind of watching their backs as they shop and whatever they do.
All right. That's probably a day, like another daily thing you could do. It wouldn't take a whole week. What about Luca? What are you working on?
I would like to buy jewelry if possible, or jewels if possible, once we sell some of our stuff.
Okay, so you're kind of waiting for the art objects to get sold.
Yeah, unless there's plants around. If there's a tree around, I'd always like to keep track of them.
So you don't know too much about the underground markets. You could certainly try to inquire.
No, I'm okay with just finding them myself. I don't want to draw too much attention. I'm really not at home here.
So you're just kind of wandering the caves looking for maybe places to harvest herbs and such?
Yes, maybe. More so, we're thinking about teleport with plants at some point, so I'm always keeping an eye out for
that
I can teleport through.
So I guess if you're just wandering the caves looking for a plant, that would probably be... You could probably either use perception or persuasion if you're asking around or if you're just searching. It would kind of depend on how you're... Because just walking around, you wouldn't see anything. It just looks like a cave. Like, there are smaller plants, but you wouldn't see, like, a big one anywhere.
Okay.
That said, if druids frequent this area, they may have planted one in some remote area of the cave. Again, though, that would be more like asking around to find out.
I will just keep my eyes open. I don't want to
Okay.
communicate to too many people right now.
So you're sort of exploring. What about Darian?
I'm actually going to split off from the group and be like, "Hey guys, I'll meet you back later. I'm going to go see some friends I haven't seen in a while." So basically, I'm going to the Silent Circle base and say hello to friends and be like, "Hey, what's up?" and all that, and tell them about my adventure and stuff. Then after that, we'll go see Amira.
Okay, so kind of going and hanging out with your faction. What about Gao?
Gal is going to wait until the party decides if they need to, if they want to join him visiting with the captain, since Gal is the official type person, or if they don't want to be officially involved, so Gal would talk to him alone. So once the party decides that, that's what Gal will be doing, is interacting with the captain that we should have interacted with before, but we were running out the door to do something else.
You mean up in the main city? Like
Yes,
the governmental contact? All right.
correct. Since Gal is the most official, like, government, obvious government type person to this group.
Arapel?
I think I will go to find a jewel crafter or two and get some appraisals and offers on our pretties.
All right, and Chomsky.
I'd want to finish that block of trickery for Darian, and then I guess I would go with Arapel.
Okay. So
And
it's
I think, sorry, I was just gonna say in answer to Gal's question, I think I missed that conversation if this was discussed last session, but I would say I mean, I trust Gal to speak for us if he wants to have the interview himself, the audience himself, or if he'd prefer to have like at least one person go with him, then we can figure out.
Yeah. Kind of the reason I asked everyone individually is to see if anyone is like doing anything, doing any of this together, because I'm assuming you're all sort of discussing this before you part ways. So in case anyone wanted to go with anyone else.
Sure.
All right.
I definitely want to be
yeah,
involved in anything that's like official, like, part of our mission.
Yeah.
All right, so Uslog, you go your own way. Give me 3 persuasion checks.
Right.
Unless there is a different skill you think you could use to gather information at the shadow market.
I think that makes the most sense. I'm not good at it. The only other thing that would make any sense is just stealth, like listening, like kind of sneaking around and listening, but I don't know if that's
sure, I'll give you a deception if you want to try to throw that in there. Or you just do persuasive stuff.
Yeah, I'll do persuasive because they're both just as bad.
Okay.
I was hoping just to kind
one.
of hear and listen, but this works too. Oh, 3. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, 3 of them.
My,
There's so much being talked about in the market that, like, just happening to hear a conversation about those things is very unlikely. Okay, 15. All right,
okay.
so
That's pretty good for me.
you aren't having much luck at first. As the day is going on, you get word that Nyara Frost is in the shadow market, but you are unable to determine exactly where with those rolls. So by the end of the day, that would be what you have figured out.
Okay.
As for you, Luca, I'll take some probably perception checks if you're not trying to interact with people, if you're just exploring. Maybe investigation.
Okay, you tell me. Perception is good for me, and investigation is good too.
All right, so then either of those you can use.
Okay, I'll do perception.
Okay. All right, so you explore. Actually, give me one knowledge nature as well. Okay. So you explore, and you manage to find in one of the side caves, actually kind of near where the hotel is, there is this huge mushroom-like shroomwood plant, which you know is sometimes present in underground areas that can be used for wood. Though this one seems undisturbed, and you think that it could be used for the spell you were looking for.
Awesome. Thank you.
So that is most of your day. Darian, you aren't trying to do anything specific, it sounds like. You're just sort of spending time with the Silent Circle, right?
Yeah, and after I meet everyone, I just want to see if Mira's around.
She is not currently here. You get word that she is in New Havisgard right now.
Okay. And I'll also ask around people I trust if they've seen my Remy companion that I was with, if they have any news.
So if you want to gain some information, give me probably a persuasion check.
All right.
Just one for now, because you didn't start the day doing this.
Gotcha. Let's hope. 2.
Alright. So
Nice try.
you don't find many people who know what your guy looks like. However, one of the people in your guild might know something. He's willing to sell you the information for 50 gold pieces. Or 50 pale gold, technically.
Do I know this person at all? Do I trust him?
He is part of the Silent Circle, yeah. You don't know him well, but you know of him. Apparently, he might know where Xerxes, this blue wizard, is.
Oh. Could you cut it down to 40, my man? You know me. I'm like one of the best Silent Circles guy. Come on, man.
Give me another persuasion check.
All right. 18.
He nods and says 40 will work then.
Very well. Thank you, my man. I go.
So you give him the 40 pale coin. He says that Xerxes was seen at the Temple of the Raven Queen. Is the last place he has heard of this blue wizard being around at.
All right. Thank you for the info.
And that would conclude your day. Gao, what are you doing again? You said you were going to meet your contact, right?
No, I said I was going to try to talk to the captain.
Yeah.
Who's not my contact. That's the reason why I said no. And since the group's just okay with me going by myself, they could offer support, but they don't need to. I'm going to go see what he would like from the Splitlanders.
All right. So you go to the temple to speak to the soldier. Let me grab his picture. Wait, is this the right one?
Je ne sais pas, monsieur.
All right. Well, you meet with your contact. I think this is correct. This is Captain Ruvain. He is happy to see you again. Now, where do you know this guy from?
We don't know, actually. We were supposed to meet him before we took off from the city before.
Yeah, we got a message from him.
Yeah, it was an indirect, so in person has never met.
Oh, okay. So he was trying to get in touch with you all because he kind of heard of you, but you never did. So he's surprised to see you because it's been a bit.
Yes.
He would say, "Yes, I had heard about some of the things the Splitlanders had done, and I was interested in making further contact, maybe bringing you in as official citizens of the Empire. Uh, are the rest of them around somewhere?"
Um, we just got back to the city, so everybody's going every which way to get last minute stuff done. So it's been a long, long
He looks a bit
time out there.
He looks a bit confused. He says, "How, if you don't have papers, how are you able to get supplies within the city? Generally, people who come here have to register, unless you have friends that have been, I suppose, feeding and housing you."
I've had friends that have been feeding and housing me.
Give me a deception.
Well, technically, I mean, the only deception part is the friends part, but
the omission. Yeah.
Omission is still deception, yeah. He nods and says, "Well, you would probably do better to register. Once you start earning favor with the Empire, it comes with many different benefits, and it sounds like your people are quite the group of talented mercenaries. So, of course, if you're willing to register now, I can get you that paperwork and get you set up with the town of New Havisgard."
I'm willing to register. I will need to talk with them to get what they need, the rest of them. So I cannot speak for them on that part, but I can speak.
He nods. He says it is legal to be within the city unregistered for a time, but it's expected that at some point all.
Wait,
Go ahead.
wait. That's you're assuming that they have not. I don't know what they've done or who
He
they've
says,
interacted with or if they've registered or not. So I can't make that assumption that they haven't been registered because I haven't asked about registration. We've focused on the problems of dealing with, great evil trying to take over the place. Got to do the Raven Queen's business.
I see. Well, it would be in their benefit if they're doing good deeds for the city anyway, that be recognized and rewarded by our civilization or by our society. But if they have registered, then yes, you should tell them to let us know that they've been doing these things, because I don't think we have record of their deeds. Who's been doing it? So, but yeah, let me get you registered for now, and he will.
We've been working directly with the Raven Queen's administrators. Actually, I don't know her exact job title, but we've been working with them directly, so that's part of the issue. Is probably you're looking at more of the civil side as opposed to the religious side.
Kind of arches an eyebrow. He says, "Directly? You mean with the priests?"
Religious. I don't know what names I can bandy about, so I'm not going to, because we've run into foul problems in the past of loose lips and all. But high up in the organization have been helping us and working with us. So we have been working above board and with the Raven Queen's people on.
So, just FYI, if you're talking about Yali, Yali is not technically a member of the church. She's more like angelic level, which I guess would be
organization.
Yeah, so I was just asking because that would be another deception. I just wanted to make sure.
If you want me to roll a deception, I've got no problem on that one. Just because I was specifically saying organization because I didn't know what level.
Yeah, I mean, it would be like Michael the Archangel being part of the Catholic Church. I mean, technically, I guess he might be.
No, but I said Raven Queen's organization.
That's true. Definitely do what he says.
Well done, Go.
Yeah. So yeah, he just sort of says, "Well, I'm kind of surprised they hadn't put you towards registration if that's the case, but yeah, like I said, it's fine. We can get that taken care of for you now." And he would, you can mark that you register with the city. So you have the basic right now to basically kind of live as if you were doing, what is it, modest lifestyle. So like you can have a room at the inn, you can like get a basic amount of food, but at this point that's all you would be getting. But yeah, that's anything else you want to talk to him about?
No, that's what I was doing is seeing what he needs for the group, and he wants me to register, so I'll register.
All right, Arapel, you were looking to sell your art objects, so give me.
Yeah, I'd like to find, like, I'll poke around the market and kind of see what different jewelry and art shops there are, and then kind of the one that seems to have the best kind of collection or selection. I might go and chat with that
All right.
shopkeeper.
Yeah, give me persuasion as you look around for interested buyers and the correct place to sell.
In one particular place, I have a 10-minute boost for my persuasion. So would that apply to all the roles or just one?
What do you mean a particular place?
Like if I found a particular art shop or jeweler that I felt like had the best selection or had really fine wares and decided to that's the one I was going to go offer my pieces to and start talking to, then I was assuming that I might be kind of working with one particular shop and I could use my charisma boost.
Well,
is that not the case?
So what a charisma boost do you mean?
Here,
is this like a spell or?
No, it's a channel divinity.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me see what that is.
It's emissary of peace.
Nice.
Channel divinity, presence, +5 bonus to charisma. Okay. So the first check we'll say is looking for a good shop to sell in. So this one you probably don't need that.
That works. Here goes.
15. Yeah, so you find a place, there's kind of like this old antique shop that seems like it might be interested in some of your stuff. And I'll say use Emissary of Peace, so you can make a roll to sell some of your stuff here. Let me see your list again. Oh.
And so that would be what, 30?
34, yeah.
30, yeah. Okay. The list is, here we go.
Didn't realize Arapel was so persuasive.
I mean, I am a charisma class.
All right, so they will
beats you down with logic.
Yeah. Actually. Okay, so they'll take the first three things, the candelabras and the painting, for full price.
Okay.
So 600 gold pieces.
All right.
You think you might need to find a more religious themed buyer to try to sell the others.
Okay. Can I continue doing that?
Yeah.
Do I have enough time to?
Yeah. Give me another persuasion check.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to find another place that is more interested in these type of religious artifacts. I'll say they are willing to offer you 400 for the chalice, 700 for the robes, and 200 for the chalice with onyx. So 100 less on each for the total price.
Fair. I was not expecting to get full price on everything, so I will accept these terms.
All right. So yeah, full price on the first three and minus I guess 90%. So whatever 90% of those would be, it wouldn't be 100 because those are different prices. Just times it by 0.9 and that's what you would get.
Would I also be able to go to an armorer and see about unloading these very heavy objects? Full plate armor and plate armor of gleaming?
The So the non-magical one, yes, you could sell it for half book price right now.
Okay.
The magical one, you could sell it for half book price. You probably can get more if you do the downtime magic selling, which is a whole separate thing. Magical items, magical items
That
are
one until I want to spend a whole day getting rid of it.
well, magical items I think take a lot longer to sell. Like I think that's a week if you're selling magical
let's hold
items.
on to that one then. They're just heavy and valuable, so I thought we could
Yeah.
see what we could get. Okay.
All right, and what about gnome? What are you doing?
I would want to spend 2 hours finishing up the block of trickery for Darien, and then I guess the rest of the time I would be in the market just buying things at book price.
Oh, that was crafting, right?
Yes.
Correct.
I think you need a. What did you need to make that? Wasn't it a forge or something? Because you started that project at your base. I don't know if you can do that here.
Oh.
Yeah, because when you're crafting it, you need specific tools, and I think for that one you need blacksmithing tools to create it. Because you were making. Yeah, you were making it in your lab, so I think the project would have to be done back there. Yeah.
Cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Then I guess I would just be buying things and supporting Arapel.
Okay.
In the marketplace.
So you were hanging out with Arapel for the day.
May I assume that I took those took that in platinum?
Bars are easier than platinum, so they would be willing to trade you bars if you ask for it.
I'm just trying to lighten the load.
Yeah, pale platinum is more rare. It's not something that's often traded in, except by some of the higher nobles that trade
and
here.
Platinum is 10 coins per bar. Is that right? Or no, 10 coins per 10 gold per platinum and 100 platinum per bar, right?
Yes, a bar is worth 100 of the coin.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, they are willing to pay you in pale gold bars. I assume that's what you meant, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, the 8 hours would pass as you all do your downtime stuff for the day.
Am I able to buy stuff as well, or is that?
So
I wasn't sure if that was included.
If you want to buy, as long as you're just buying normal gear, it would be book price. So
like jewels and stuff, for like components.
That is. What are you trying to buy?
I have a whole bunch. I have a big grocery list, like diamond dust for greater restoration, and some jewels for reincarnation. You know, if anybody wants to be a dwarf.
Let me go through the. If you want, just list those in chat. Let me take a look.
Sure. Do you want me to whisper them to you?
Or you can whisper them to me, however you want to convey the info. I'll take a quick look at those. But I'll say for now, we'll assume the days pass. Did you all have a meeting place you had specified for later on?
Probably the Lotus.
The Lotus? All right, sure. We'll say you're meeting up at the Lotus. So yeah, after about the 8 hours, everyone kind of ends up there at the Lotus. What does the group want to do at this point?
Just to make sure it's known, since the captain was really heavily on registering and above board, Gao's taking his sweet time getting back to the Lotus, so if he's being followed, he can lose any tails.
Yeah, that's fine. There's a couple of different ways to get to the Shadow Market. You don't think that anyone was suspicious of you, and but yeah, we could say you're careful and you don't think you were followed to get back.
Excellent.
Yeah.
While I'm walking back, are there any like merchants around? I guess rich merchants walking by.
There's all sorts of people in the Shadow Market.
If a really, really rich-looking person walks by me, I want to pickpocket him.
So,
The Shadow Market.
The Shadow Market.
Oh.
Finding a mark generally would be a downtime activity in and
Oh,
of
really?
itself. I guess. I mean, just robbing someone randomly is kind of risky. That's something that more like street toughs do, not like someone in the guild, because you don't know if like he's someone that the guild's protecting or if he has friends. I'm not saying you can't do it. It's just not something that people usually do, just randomly rob. At least in organized circles. I mean, people do. It's more like lower level rogues who get like in trouble for doing it and end up with their throats slit in back alleyways.
That's true.
I mean, you're kind of on the higher end of the guild. Like most people wouldn't screw with you. If you really want, you can just start pickpocketing random people, but you know it could hurt your reputation or
That's
get
true.
you enemies.
Uh,
So just that
Is-
warning, because you would know that going in. Like that's something you did as a
Yeah,
kid when you were starting out. Like
yeah. True.
not something you usually do now. But again, not saying
So-
you can't.
So, for I guess later knowledge, can I go back to Science Circle? Hey, you guys know any marks or something? And they might.
So that would probably be for tomorrow at this point,
Gotcha.
because you already
Okay.
kind of did your information gathering and hanging out.
Okay, then I'll just be hanging out at the White Lotus.
All right, so you all meet at the White Lotus, kind of get your rooms and such.
Someone who said they wanted to purchase some gems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a list from
Yes,
Luca.
please.
Although Luca's probably talking about that too, if you want to talk to him about that.
Yeah, I could use some gems and so I don't know. Maybe this is a good question to you, Lou. Stuff like hollow gilded acorns and stuff like that. Is that a nature component? Like if I don't spend it, or do I need to have that in my inventory?
So if it
Beast and-
if it requires you to have it but says it's like not or doesn't say it's expended, then you just need to have it to cast the spell. But if it says it's expended as part of the spell, then it would require that each time. I think the gilded acorn for the spell you're talking about, you just need to have one, right?
Yeah, it is. I just don't know how nature components work in terms of spell casting, or do I just need to buy the items?
You mean my nature component system?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Those can be used to replace things that are consumed. For example, diamond dust for resurrection, you could use religious components in place of the diamond dust. But for things like a pearl for identify, you would need to have that.
Okay, sounds good.
Is this for Bestial Spirit, or the Summoned Beast?
Yeah, I was just looking at some of those.
So-
to see.
And obviously there might be more ways to do this than not. But Lou, what you had me do on my druid was I had to commission a jeweler. Like I brought them the gold and the materials, and I paid them for their work.
Yeah.
And a jeweler like made it for me.
Yeah, and that's generally what you would do. Or if you were in a place where they might know you were looking for something like that, it might be pre-made. Like if it's someplace that like druids visited often, for example. But yeah,
Nice.
generally you'd probably have to commission it.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
I will send you a list of things that I might need.
If we assume that he does that tomorrow in the downtime, then Arapel can accompany him, and I'll use my channel divinity again to bargain.
Yeah, bargaining does help you get better prices, at least for non-magical item buys. It doesn't do much for magical items just because they're so rare. So yeah, that evening you would all hang out, maybe eat together at the White Lotus, relax in the hot tubs if you so wish, and I would probably pass the evening unless all of you want to do something else.
I'm definitely
just
hopping in
make
the
sure-
hot tubs.
Nice. I just make
Enjoying
sure
the
to
hot
share
tubs.
any information.
If you are using the hot tubs, then you would probably be living at least wealthy, because there are expenses here now.
Oh, okay.
So you'd have to be living wealthy or up, so it'd be 4 gold piece a day.
Do I get any leeway for my position at all?
No, it just assumed that you would have the money to live comfortably.
Yeah, I'll spend the wealthy.
And if you do spend anything above modest, just keep track of how many days you've done so, because that could give you benefits later. Or else if you're just doing modest, then you'd get like, normal food, kind of modest accommodations. But yeah, go ahead and spend that for the evening. and you would pass another day.
Gao, during that evening, Gao informed everybody about Captain Rivian's message.
Okay.
And for the players' perspective, I put it in the journal on Discord so people can see all the information when they need to.
All right. Thank you. So, any other business before night passes? Sounds like everyone did anything or did everything. So it is now the 91st, last day of fall. What's everyone doing today?
I would have just made sure to share the fact that no word on Remy, but Niara Frost is in the Shadow Market. So,
And the Blue Wizard that they told me is in the temple for the Raven Queen.
Let's see, you all share the info you got.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, next day. What is everyone doing? We doing more downtime, or does the group want to do something combined?
Oh, I'm all about getting out.
yeah, I guess so. Do we register?
Real quick, Glue. Since Darian's probably been here for a little bit, is he registered?
No, you don't. You don't usually go up in the town unless it's to do work.
All right. I will not get registered.
Yeah, you probably have
Rather
to.
not.
For someone like you, it's better to not be registered because a lot of the stuff you do is not things you'd want in the books.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just want to stay on the down low.
Yeah.
Well, I've never been a citizen of anything. Kind of a weird.
You come from the plains.
What does it mean? Do I have to?
It just
What do I
means
have to
that
do?
you don't have to rely on the shadow for everything, the shadow market for everything. That means that things might actually be cheaper in some points or more expensive, but they'll expect you to be above board with the laws. So, and you'll need to learn the laws if you really care enough to be above board. Usually you can get away with don't murder people, but
I think it would be beneficial for at least some members of our group to register so that we are able to have as many contacts or resources as possible in our endeavors.
Mechanically speaking, it would give you more easier access to contacts in the city, and it would give you a place to stay for free. The big rule is you definitely don't want to be caught going to the shadow market or having pale coin. Those are both kind of contraband. Well, pale coin definitely is. So yeah, what does the group want to do? Or are you separating again?
I guess I'll meet you guys when you're ready to leave or whatever you guys do. I want to hang out with the Silent Circle more.
Got some business to take care of.
Right.
I hope so.
So Remy is heading to the Silent Circle.
Remy.
Or, sorry, Darian.
He's there.
He's going
He's over there.
That's where
Get
we're
him! Get
going.
him!
Get him. Darian, my apologies.
I'll also, I guess, ask them if they know anyone that's worth a hit. I guess.
You want to do what?
A mark or a hit, or ask if there's any kind of small work to be done.
So if you want to do crime, that usually will take a week. And then at the end of the week, it will reward because you're doing things like you're surveilling, you're gathering info. It's a more involved process. Like it involves if you're like breaking into a noble's house, if you're looking for like the perfect moment to pickpocket an okay target, or if you're trying to assassinate someone, and just to find the job takes time.
Are there even nobles in the city?
Oh yeah, there are definitely marks. There's always illegal activity that people want done. That's how you made your living before you met the group.
Okay, yep. Alright, I'll just hang out with my fellows until
the Silent Circle. All right, so Darian is gonna do that for the day. What about Uslag? Or I guess what about the rest of you? It sounds like you're separating a little again.
I would.
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry. I mean, I would go with Luca for his gem shopping or
Get
his
those
commissioning as a
gems.
jeweler.
All right.
But I would also want to go with anyone who is going to go register. I imagine we'd go together.
I'll register as well.
Yeah, registering isn't a downtime thing. That'll probably just take like an hour at some point.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'd probably register. I don't.
And
too
if
many
anybody's
drawbacks.
planning to do things that, sorry, go ahead. Uslag?
Oh, I was just saying, I don't see too many drawbacks to being registered. I'm just not super comfortable with it.
All right.
I'll
Gotcha. What Gao's planning to do is if anybody needs to go above board but doesn't want to register, he'll walk around with them, like if there's jewel shopping and whatnot, just so there is a registered person in the party approaching them, and he can distract. Yeah, he can distract anybody who's official like.
The parent.
Oh well, no one official is in the shadow market. The shadow market is like heavily.
No. I'm not saying the shadow market. I'm saying the above board stuff.
Oh, okay.
Any of the party that's not planning to register or hasn't registered yet and wants to do shopping or anything beforehand in the above area, they'll act as a distraction for.
So these people are like kind of social, like heavy socialists / communists. There is no real shopping in the above ground area. You're just given supplies based on your like what your rank is in the city and what you do. So all the actual shopping involving coin happens in the shadow market. Yeah.
Gotcha. So North Korea, gotcha.
Yeah, North Korea elves, I guess.
Yeah, so let's go register with Kim.
Hippie elves. So if you are registering, that doesn't really take any downtime. Just at the end of the day, you would acquire a piece of paper. Let me get the name of this empire. I always forget. At the end of the day, you would get something marking you as a citizen of the Vidian Empire. So you just have a piece of paper that kind of gives you the information you need that would be in your inventory. But yeah, that would be at the end of the day. I'll just say at some point you go up there and talk to the priests and everyone.
Can you give us the spelling of that Vidian Empire?
Yeah, so Vidian is Vidian is the name of the Shadow Elf Empire.
Perfect.
The theocratic socialist empire under the Raven Queen. So Arapel, you are going shopping with Luca. Uslag, what did you say you were doing? Besides registering, that's not really downtime.
Uslag doesn't really know what to do with herself at the moment.
I don't know if she
probably
has
just go
any
with
tools or wants to learn any languages or learn a tool like smithing.
She was actually a little interested in learning to smith before, but Chomsky was a little busy. So if anyone would like to,
Noam Chomsky can teach you if he wants to use his downtime for it.
Yeah, no, he's got a lot of projects though. You've got a lot of projects, Chomsky.
Yeah, but I don't have the right equipment here.
Yeah, his stuff is more back in his lab. And what about Gao?
Gao was going to make himself available in case anybody wanted to learn Elvish.
Okay.
In the group, I know that some were, and
so he's sort of hanging out at the White Lotus for now. All right, so Arapel, you and Luca, you said you're buying some stuff. Did you send me that list, Luca?
I just put it in the chat there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, some of it, like diamond dust for greater restoration, I think I'll just use nature components, but it'd be nice to have some of the other jewels, like Awaken.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ent.
So, Arapel, give me a persuasion check as you look for some of this stuff and try to get a good price for it.
Okay.
And then maybe commission the 3 at the bottom, the not consumed ones, like the crystal vial, gilded acorn, and gilded flower.
Okay. So you would be able to find someone who would sell you pretty much all this stuff at 80%.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So 80% the listed price there. So I guess
going
800
to
for the
pay-
H8, for example.
I'm gonna pay in silver bars just to unload more weight.
Yep, sure, they'll
Oh,
take
sweet.
pale silver, right?
I think so because we don't. Everything we have, we've gotten since Remy took off. So
Yeah, so they definitely there's a difference
I think
between
it's
pale
all
and
pale. Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
no one here
Are you
takes
keeping
normal.
track of this, Airpo?
What'd you say?
Are you keeping tracks of things you've sold?
I
forgot to
removed
ask.
I removed the stuff I
Great.
sold and I removed the bars on there. I haven't done anything yet for Luca's purchases.
Great. Super appreciated.
All right,
So,
yeah.
So everything on the list we get for 80%?
Yes, any of the
Okay.
stuff there.
Does any of the commissioned items are like do we have to come back tomorrow or how long will they take?
Which ones were you commissioning?
Like,
So
Silver,
actually, you would find all
flour,
those
and gilded
things in the market.
You
None
find
of
them all?
none of it needs to be commissioned here.
Perfect.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is my new favorite place.
the
Okay,
illegal
so
the
1, 2, 3,
illegal
4.
Shadowfell market.
I'll give you a list, Arapel, maybe, because I don't want. I'm going to need multiples of some things. I would
Okay,
assume.
yeah. Let me know how much we're talking about here.
Sure. I'll put it on the spreadsheet. I'll kind of like calculate how much it is on the spreadsheet.
All right, and Uslag and Gnome, you just spend the day doing your putting a day towards the tool learning.
Yeah.
So
I want
8.
to learn how to make my weapons sharper.
Yeah, so another 8 hours would pass. It is currently 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And you would all meet up at the Lotus again. Another successful day. Several of you went to register. Uslag and Gnome maybe are eating, talking about their lessons. Any other interactions or RP you want to do today?
So you guys are officially registered in the city. Yeah, and Darian just starts clapping for you. Good job. Good job.
Is that a sarcastic clap, slow clap?
Uslag just kind of rolls her eyes and like crosses her arms.
What's wrong with the shadow market? You can't.
I'll give
Yeah.
I'll give Darian my ration coupons.
Bunch of
since Arapel
narcs.
doesn't eat.
Coupons.
Since Arapel doesn't eat.
Give me your food stamps.
I mean, I'll take
Those
it.
things are worth money.
No, you there aren't actually food stamps. You go to a supply depot and present your papers. So it's a little bit different.
Okay.
You can't give me your papers to go get food. I mean I guess you could, but it would be risky
You'd
if
have
you're
to,
doing stuff like
disguise
that.
yourself or something.
Yeah.
I don't think we're in bad shape for food and stuff anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're.
All right. Well, that would be the day today. So go ahead and do another expenses spend in Pale Coin, remember, as the night passes.
Hey, Luca.
Oh, those of you that are registered, you don't have to stay in the Lotus if you don't want to. You can go to one of the basically the inns in the normal city, and you could stay for free.
That's what Gal's
But
doing.
You say I get a benefit from using a wealthy lifestyle, though, ain't it?
Yes, if you are doing, if you're staying in the shadow market and living at a certain lifestyle, that can give you benefits over time.
People notice and start to respect you and come to you for stuff.
Yeah, like bonuses to rolls, people know you, stuff like that.
Cool.
Too wealthy.
Hey,
Yeah,
Luca.
you enjoy your time in the hot tubs.
Hell, you're right.
Oh yeah.
I think like the diamond dust, like you could just use the nature components for that for like greater restoration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'll take that off.
All right, so it is the 1st of winter.
Even the gem encrusted bowl.
Whoa, it's winter finally.
It is
It's
winter.
been fall this entire time.
Holy shit.
This is crazy.
You guys passed 90 days.
Well, I
Well,
think
since
we
the
were-
campaign
I think
began,
we
it was
were
like
in
the end of
summer.
summer. Yeah, the end of
Yeah,
summer
like
is when the
summer,
campaign
latter
began.
summer.
Yeah.
So you passed
Yeah.
like 98 days or something. But yeah, it is winter now.
Hell
It's been a
yeah.
wild ride,
I like
guys.
I
It's
like
been a
it.
wild ride. So yeah, what does everyone want to do today?
Is that too much money, guys? Sorry, I kind of
No.
added it up.
I
And it's
mean,
like
these are
5,000.
spells that are going to support all of us. So
Yeah, that's more useful than money.
Okay.
and it barely scratches the surface. Like we're carrying around just in the silver bars, we're carrying around 14,000 gold worth,
Okay. Okay.
and we've got
I'll
more
put-
back at the Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay. Okay. I'll put
Money
these
won't
in my
save you when you're in the, fighting
Yeah.
Shadow Lords. Yeah.
animated coins, maybe, but not.
Right.
Little silver bars
So is
flying at
5,000
things.
the magic number?
That would do everything for me. I'd be fully outfitted.
All right.
That's easy, guys.
We should
So
keep
that's
the
what-
silver
that's-
bars.
That's 500 silver bars, right?
Uh,
I'm sorry. It's
Oh.
oh wait a minute. That math is
50.
wrong.
yeah, I was gonna say that didn't sound
That
right.
math doesn't look right.
How many?
50 silver bars. So 90.
No, because silver is like 1/10 of gold.
Yeah, this is only 10 each. This formula is wrong. Yeah. Okay, so we will have to use some of the platinum bars, but that's fine.
Yeah, remember it's 100. So like basically a silver bar is like 10 gold
Yeah.
because it's 10 silver to a gold piece. They're all pale, but yeah, it's the same conversions.
But they work well with animate objects.
That's true. Coins
Yeah.
in general do.
Yeah. So I'm going to remove 140 silver bars. Does that sound fine for everyone?
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
So that would be 1,400 gold pieces,
Right.
I
So
believe.
then we
Yeah.
want to do 3,600 in the platinum. So Okay. Well, we only have 16. Did we?
Math was the final boss the whole time.
Right.
Boom,
Yep.
boom, boom.
So 3,600 gold divided by 100 would be 360 gold bars, which would be 36 platinum bars, and we only have 16. Okay.
No, it shouldn't
So-
be that much. It should only be 3 platinum bars because platinum bars are 1,000 each, right?
1,000 gold. Yeah.
Yeah, a platinum bar is
No, that right?
1,000.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because it would be 100 platinum, which is times 10, 1,000 gold. So each
Someone
platinum bar
else-
is 1,000 GP.
Someone else math for me. We still have to pay 3,600 gold.
I can do it if you want. If you
Please.
just be.
Yeah, and please take the heavier stuff first, which is actually, yeah, let's go ahead and use some of those pale coins. Like, well, I don't know. We use those more.
you
I don't
could
know.
use-
Do whatever.
So you could take 12. That would take 4,000, and you get money back, which would be $400 back. Can you trade silver for platinum? Is that how? Can we do that or?
There isn't
Bars?
generally a bank in the shadow market, so people don't usually like to exchange unless you want to pay them to exchange. They'll give you change, of course, but just they don't want to. You don't just want to take all your silver for gold. or
We've
anything.
already reduced the weight a lot, so just go ahead and just figure, like, just make sure it gets subtracted if you don't mind doing the math.
Yeah, here
We're
I'll
good,
do it
whatever.
This way. So we had 147, right?
Yeah,
these?
there's only 3,600 left that we have to pay. 3,600 gold. Yeah,
So let's do
gold
this
coins.
instead. Let's do 47. That's 1,000, and then 4,000 of these would be there. That would be.
I trust you
exactly
guys.
5,000.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries, yeah.
I was like, wait, my brain hurts. I don't want to do this anymore.
All right. Well, what do you want to do today on the 1st of winter?
You guys want to go see that wizard? Or see if he's there?
Yeah, I want to know more. I want to know what he knows.
Sure.
All right. So the group is heading to the surface to, I guess, ask around at the church there.
Yeah. I think that's where he said he was at.
Well, that's where he was a couple of days ago, anyway.
Talking is hard. Yep.
All right, so the party heads to the surface in the morning. The church so you go in, you talk to, I guess, are you just asking around about Xerxes or this blue wizard?
I would encourage someone to do that. Yes.
All right, so you're freely able to access the church. They don't have any type of requirements to come in. You can just walk in, speak to any of the any of the clerics there. This structure is massive. It's about 50 feet tall, very, very nicely constructed, very impressive. Lots of activity going on inside here, both governmental and religious. To find out more, you'd probably want to use persuasion. So I'll take up to 2 checks from your group if you're asking around.
I'm not
I
that
can-
very good at it, so
I can do one of those if you'd like.
Oh,
So Arapel, speaking to some of the Shadow Elves, would find one who had spoken to someone who looks like the person you were talking about. They would say he actually came in here to speak with some of the high priests. I don't know if he's still here because it was some time ago. He did seem kind of strange. His garbs definitely weren't things I'm used to seeing. And humans in general are fairly rare in the Shadowfell. No offense, she says, looking at Darian.
it's fine. I get it all the time.
But I think you probably want to speak with, let's see, what's his name?
Father Guido Sarducci?
Every week.
Perhaps. No, Father Christoph. He's one of the sacrament priests who is often busy doing rituals and healing for those afflicted by the chaos sickness. And he would give you like basically like an area of the temple to go speak with him.
Can you write that down in the chat, like the name?
Yeah, sure. So I assume you go and look for him. And if you do, you would find him speaking to several other priests. As you approach, he would say, yes, can I help you?
What's up? So we heard that you were talking to a certain blue wizard. He's human like us some time ago. Oh, like me.
He
Not
crosses
like
his arms
Very
and
blue.
scratches his chin for a moment, and he says, yes, you speak of Xerxes.
Yep, that's him. You know where he went?
Well, he, from what he had given me, I believe he is staying at, and he gives you one of the northern inns, in the basically in the northern part of New Havasgard. He says, I was asked to commission and send something to him. So I assume he's still there.
What were you guys talking about?
Give me a persuasion check.
All right, I will try.
He considers you a moment. He says, may I see your papers?
Sure. And then I kind of like turn to Chomsky and I'm like, give me your papers. Give me your papers.
And
So you
Actually,
I'm daydreaming.
Can I actually
Yeah.
reach down to Chomsky and kind of pickpocket?
So you you know it's generally a bad idea to try to fake someone's papers. It might just be better to say you left them home or something,
But the rest of us have
or like just have someone else give them the papers.
stickers.
Yeah. You see, my dog ate my papers, so.
Oh,
I'll,
that's most unfortunate. You should get those replaced as soon as possible.
Oh, I'll sure get on that. Don't you worry.
Papers, please.
And then I was like, but my companions, they got the papers. I just go back
Here's
to the
Gal walks up. Here's mine.
He looks at them. He says, "Oh, you are you're a specialist mercenary. Are you all mercenaries?"
Yes.
Yep.
Nods.
Yeah.
Says, so he was having me look for a book within our libraries, which is speaks of the last major conflict between the children of the shadow and the Raven Queen servants. So I'm basically seeking that out for him, and I'm going to try to send it his way to borrow for the time being.
So, 12th cycle stuff or 11th cycle stuff?
He would say 11th.
Ah, interesting.
Something a bit older.
Hmm.
He says, "How do you know Xerxes?" Just out of curiosity.
Oh, our friend Karash. Friend of his.
What she said.
I see. Quite a peculiar fellow. I mean, I haven't heard of this Karash, but yeah, an interesting man to talk to. Can I help you with anything else? You have the slight mark of chaos upon you. Have you been traveling through the wilds recently?
Yes.
Nods. He says, "Make sure you spend some time in town." Although
definitely.
it's nothing serious yet, but yeah.
Can
Lots
I
of chaos.
roll an insight on this guy to see if I pick up any kind of I don't know. I got an odd feeling about him.
Sure.
Okay. 23.
No, you don't really get any bad vibes from him. He reminds you of most other bureaucrats you've spoken to. A very interesting
But wait,
priest.
DM,
Yeah.
for the rogue, that is a bad vibe.
Yeah, so maybe that would... So sure, take that as you will. But you don't get the feeling like he's trying to trick you or any of the normal things you look out for.
All right then. Yeah. I'll just wait. I'm good.
Okay. So he's going to go back to work if no one has anything else. What does the group want to do? It is currently about... that's right, it was morning time. So it is about 10 o'clock in the morning.
You guys want to go ahead and see the wizard?
The
Wonderful
wonderful
wizard?
wizard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you head up to the inn where he was supposedly staying. Talking to the innkeeper there, he would look at your papers. I assume you're going to present them.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah.
Can I tell him that my dog ate him? Or would that work?
Well, he would look at one of your, one...
Gal-
Just one of us.
Gal
Yeah.
is right up in the front because he has
okay,
no
that's
problem being the snowplow for the group.
Yeah. Yeah, so he looks at yours and he says, yeah, he's upstairs, and he gives you the room number. He says, I don't know if he's there now, but that's where he's staying.
Cool. Thank you. And
So,
I'll
yeah,
head up.
you head upstairs, knock on his door.
Before we
And-
go up, I would
yeah.
advise us to not all group together because that might seem a threat.
Okay. Uslag will go to the bar and get some drinks for the party.
I'll stay in the hallway, like we go up to the hall, whatever hallway he's staying on, and you guys head for the door. I'll just kind of stay at the end of the hallway and just kind of be on hand should you guys call for me or something.
Okay.
All right.
Because
I
I
guess
wanna
I should
threaten the
probably.
guy.
Unless you're
I'll-
wanting Arapel to speak, for persuasion or something.
I guess I'll get a drink, an extra drink for Xerxes too, because I have met him before, and I feel like I should probably be there.
All right, so Uslag and Darian are knocking on the door.
That sounds fine.
And yeah,
All right.
I'll be nearby, but we don't need 15 people on his doorstep because he might think we're a threat.
So an older gentleman answers the door, wearing fairly plain-looking clothing. Looks like just something you might see someone in the Shadowfell wearing. He recognizes Uslag and he says, "Oh, friend, welcome. I assume you got my message then."
Yeah, you look a little better than the last time I saw you.
Well, it's helpful to not be trapped within a magic mirror. He says, I was wanting to speak to you because I remember you had mentioned you might need help getting back to Gaian. So I thought I would offer my services while I was in the area.
That would be amazing.
Awesome.
He nods. He says, I was going to head back there soon anyway for my own business, so I figured I could bring some of you along.
Is it something that we would it be a one-way trip? Because we have a lot of business here.
Says, yes, it's not something I can, well, I have things I need to do, so I don't want to be ferrying people back and forth. So you might have to find a way back here if you wish to come back. Now, I wasn't leaving right away, but I do plan to leave within the next 2 weeks at most. So,
is it okay if the rest of our crew comes in to?
He says, how many do you have?
We have.
I can take up to 7 other people.
We have 5.
I think 8 other
I'm
people.
Sure they want to
Let me see.
you. They're just out in the hall.
Oh, come here right now? He says, yes, I was just having some lunch.
Oh, well, I brought you a drink. I have drinks for everyone. As long as just holding, like, bottles of ale.
Excellent. He says, yeah, I can bring up to 8 of you to Gaian, if that's what you were asking. But yes, come in. So,
to the others.
You all come to his room to meet him. He would introduce his name or himself as Xerxes.
Would the group have advised, like, Arapo wasn't with this group when they met Xerxes, so have you guys told me about this guy and how you encountered him?
Yeah, although I might be a little fuzzy on it. I thought we freed him from the Nightwalker's, like, void thing. But
yes. Yeah, he was trapped within the void, and you managed to trick the Nightwalker to go back to the void, which freed him.
We avoided the void.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
I was
void
just wondering
was
are we working with him or like what the agreement is here with the party, or just this is just the first time you guys have seen him since you freed him? And
So if you're talking to him, he'd basically tell the story of being trapped in the void by Gaivok long ago through trickery, and how the group was able to save him from it.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he is an ally to the group, basically.
Very good.
You would guess he is quite powerful to have been able to survive in the void for what would have been hundreds of years. Actually, I think thousands.
And he looks human?
Yeah, he looks human. He probably isn't, though, because he is probably extremely old. If he encountered Gaivok in the Shadowfell.
So he's basic Gandalf?
Partially. Or I mean...
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know much about who he is.
Gotcha.
Would there be any, like, I guess, like history or arcana that would put some more pieces together from what we know, or?
Just from his name, you probably wouldn't know much.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. But he's happy to see you all. He would, he seems very laid back, very kind as he speaks to you all, talking of stories and whatever else you want to talk to him about, your past ventures, and, spending some time with him. What do you want to... Or go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm definitely telling him the stories. I'm going to be acting out and all that.
Yeah, and he isn't talking much about what he's been up to, other than just kind of being vague, saying he's been traveling a lot, but he is very interested to hear what you all have been doing.
Cool.
I will gladly tell him about serving the Raven Queen's organizations.
Yeah. So yeah, he basically would say, I do intend to take a trip back to Gaian in a couple of weeks, and I wanted to offer a service to get you all back there. Because when last we met, you seemed to be stuck within the Shadowfell. And I know at the time... Yeah, he says, I know at the time you had wanted to travel to New Havisgard, but I believe some of you mentioned in the future that you might want to head back to Gaian. So, I was going to offer that service to you.
Yeah, and within the next couple weeks, do you think we could get everything we need to? Oh, we have a few business things we need to take care of, but
He nods. He says, well, like I said, as long as it doesn't take more than 2 weeks, because I want to be gone by then. I can leave earlier if you wish, but that's the latest I want to stay here.
2 weeks to find Remy.
He says the Jestery friend of yours.
Yeah,
It's a loose term.
Or a bunch of people spoke. What did you say?
Gao said friend's a loose term. But he said it not really loudly.
Oh, okay. He says
Legendary both said, yeah.
I believe he was working with your group last I saw you all, yes?
Yeah, but he stole from us, so
it's
payback time.
Well, no, I haven't seen him, but I haven't been in New Havisgard all that long, only a few days, and also I haven't really been looking for him, so. But if I do see him, I will definitely let you know. He's hard to miss.
Have any kind of like weird mage magic that could help?
Yeah, he tends to go invisible and disguise himself with illusions. So anything to see through disguises of the magical.
Well, there are certainly spells that can see through illusions. Though I don't generally go walking around with those spells active. It's more something I would plan to do and put on myself. Would I expect to see this Remy? Because they don't last, they aren't constant, and they do use magical energy. But if there's someplace you think he might be, perhaps I could take a look there and see what I can find.
He likes to be in cities, that's what we know. Is it possible he's still here?
Within the city? I don't know. Possibly.
Where did the trail go cold when Uslag was tracking in the last session?
Just outside the cave.
Yeah, you
He flew.
You assume he flew somewhere because you didn't have any trail after a bit.
The bird flew the coop. No, the cuckoo flew the coop.
Well,
okay.
Oh, yeah.
He says, do you have anything of his on you? Any of his possessions, I mean.
Oh, I'm sure we do.
Gao does not, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think you actually do have any of his stuff.
Yes.
There's still
quite the opposite. He has all of our stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah.
He has my ring of protection.
He says, I was just mentioning it because if you have any of his possessions, it could help someone with scrying abilities to maybe locate him easier.
But if he has one of our possessions, wouldn't that be able to be used?
Reverse scry.
He says, yes, if you scried the possession, that could work. Depending on where he's keeping it, anyway.
Well, the ring he is most likely wearing. Other stuff might be in an extra dimensional space, but yeah. Even if he did not attune to the ring, I suspect he would wear it. He likes to wear several, did he not?
Yes.
He says, you might want to go procure the services of a scry to help you then. Some sort of magical location spell could help figure out where he is.
If we got some clue as to his location and we're able to zero in a bit, then I do have some magic that might help us once we are near him.
This is good.
He nods. He
Good.
says, that would be my suggestion. Other than just asking around. Though, if he did steal from you, he'd be a fool to still be in the city. Usually when one steals from a powerful ally, they try to get as far away from that ally as possible.
Remy is an interesting fella. He's got, yeah.
He nods.
Based
He
on
doesn't
your...
have
Oh, sorry.
a lot of intelligence, but he is scrappy.
I would look to Uslag and Chomsky primarily because you traveled with him much longer than I would. Was he keen to return to Gaian, or was he planning to stay here in the Shadowfell? Do you know?
I don't know. All
Uh,
I know about
yeah.
Remy was he was on a job here,
Yeah.
so he has employers in Gaian.
Out of character, his Xerxes told us what they were up to. Sorry, I got distracted.
He was very vague. All he's been really saying is that he was traveling.
Okay.
Sorry, my voice has not been working for like the last 10 minutes.
Oh, are you trying to say something?
I am able to scry.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Great.
Fantastic.
Great.
And I guess I would ask Xerxes what he's been up to if he's only been here for a few days. We've been gone for quite some time.
Give me a persuasion check. He says, well, being imprisoned for the amount of time I was imprisoned, I had quite a bit to check up on. So I've been busy looking into all of the old projects I had going before I was imprisoned. Again, he's being extremely vague.
Anything exciting?
Well,
Project.
unfortunately, at this point, most of what I had been studying is not as relevant.
Long gone. Yes. Understand. And what's up with the 2-week time limit? You were very specific that you need to be back in Gaian on a certain day.
Well, I just don't want to delay.
Is there a meeting or something you need to get back to?
Give me another persuasion check.
Luca wouldn't mind just seeing how trustworthy this guy is from inside.
Well, I was interested in visiting the capital. I have some contacts within the Phoenix Guild I wish to check up on. That's my main reason for wanting to get back. It's nothing urgently pressing. If it was, I would have left already, but I don't want to delay too long.
Totally understand. Well, I appreciate it. Sorry for being nosy. I was just curious if there were any fun projects I could help out on. I'm writing a book, you know.
Oh?
And I'll go into explaining way too much detail about me writing a book about all my inventions.
He says, I was actually curious about something. You were the one that helped repair this this Warforge, yes? As he kind of motions to Arapel.
Yes.
How did
Yes,
you
I
get?
was.
How did you get it working again?
Well, we found some soul crystals down here in our ventures, and it seemed like Arapel needed a battery of some sort, power source, and I was able to successfully put one of those crystals into Arapel to power. So,
A soul gem.
I believe so.
Insight might reveal something.
Oh, Arapel, I'm sorry if I just got you killed.
I use insight. That's okay.
I hope.
Oh wow, you're just on a roll
and
here with these rolls.
that's anyone. It doesn't just have to be gnome.
Do we have to be trained?
No, you don't have to be trained.
Oh, holy shit! There we go.
Oh yeah, Airpulse clueless.
Luca, you get the feeling that Xerxes knows something about Arapel, or knows more about Arapel than he's letting on. He would say that is very impressive. The type of warforge that is it he or she? Sorry, it. The type of warforged it is. I don't know how you would use a soul crystal to make it function again. You must be extremely talented in the ways of necrotic energies. And he looks at you curiously now.
Call it more simple circuitry, but yeah, as I said, I'm writing a book on all these inventions.
I might have to read it once you finish.
Yes, if I ever finish.
He says, "Well, as I said, that's quite interesting. Did you tell him about the attempt to drain life energy from the city that you foiled?"
I don't think we did.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah,
So
or
go ahead.
Just gave him like the rundown on what have we been doing like most recently, like before this, but not
Okay, so he would just kind of change the subject at that point and start talking about something else. But yeah, Luca, you get the feeling he knows something about Arapel, the way he was talking and kind of looking at it.
Okay, I definitely won't say anything right now because I'm not gonna. He seems like a powerful spellcaster, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
All right.
While we're standing here.
So yeah, some time would pass. You would enjoy lunch with him. It's probably about 11:30 when he says he needs to get back to work, and he would bid you all a good day.
You as well.
So yeah, what does the group want to do as you leave his room there?
I'll tell the party about my kind of suspicions. It seemed very direct that he was asking about Chomsky's gem.
Maybe he's just an interested scholar, like-minded intelligence. Who knows?
Well, we can put that on the list of things that we need to pay attention to, among others.
Another thing, Luca, you might actually be a little bit suspicious of Chomsky. Some of the ways Chomsky answered Xerxes about his knowledge of soul crystals seemed a little bit weird to you. Just as an aside. Go talk to Xerxes in private.
I mean, Chomsky has brought it up a few times and never expanded on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know who to go to. Like, these are the only people I trust right now, so they've kind of saved my life. So I'm gonna.
Oh yeah,
put
yeah.
my trust in them for now, 100%.
It just kind of rubbed you a little weird. With high insight, you're able to glean a lot of stuff just by watching people and listening to them. Well, listening to them, not watching them. That's more perception. But yeah, what does the group want to do?
So do we want to go around about Remy? Maybe someone's seen him, or
I can try scrying,
ability
but
to
I don't.
scry. Yeah.
Yes,
I don't
if
have.
we could scry on the ring of protection, I could describe
I mean,
it to you.
if you're interested in Remy, you do know Niara Frost is supposedly in the shadow market, at least for now.
Yeah.
Luca, do you need
Uslog discovered that yesterday.
Luca, would you need time to refresh your learning of this spell before you are able to complete the magic?
I'll need overnight. I've just got these items, so
then perhaps
You can say you can say prepare it. Prepare is an in-world term for getting spells for the evening.
Perhaps seeking this frost is a good use of our time today then, for at least some of us.
Although I would warn, it's not an ally.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Oh,
terrible person.
Do I know anything about her?
Give me probably.
Oh, yeah, because you're
Yeah, so you have knowledge of the kind of seedier side. You could use history. If you don't have that, it would just be an intelligence check.
Okay, so I'm not proficient in history, so intelligence.
Yeah.
All right. 4.
No, I mean, there's a lot of mercenaries in the shadow market. You have not heard of Frost directly.
Okay.
Her name
Although
does sound familiar to you, though.
Huh.
he might have been there when she. I think
I
that
was
was like his.
That was my first day. I was in the tunnels with Ursula.
Yeah, and
I
she
didn't
came
see her.
by.
That was a
She
while
might not-
ago, though. He
Yeah.
might not even remember that or known who that
Right.
was at the time.
Right.
I'd be like, yeah, you remember that time? That first time we met? She was
Alright.
like kind of creepy lady.
You want to go looking for her?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't want to talk to her.
If
I'll talk to her. I don't care.
Okay.
This is
if
my
she
hometown.
if she is not an ally, would we expect to gain anything from speaking with her? Like, is there a chance that?
Well, she
there's
hated
nothing-
Remy.
Oh,
She
okay.
was-
She
Yeah.
was
It's one of the reasons why you weren't an ally with her, is because she really didn't like Remy.
And he, her, I assume.
Oh, yeah, he hated her, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
But
What's the origin of their quarrel or feud? Or
she tortured him.
yeah. She
Oh.
tortured
She
him.
was
She
her-
was-
That's a fucking
she
good
was
reason
his
not to
prison
like
guard.
her.
Yeah, she was working as a mercenary for the Children of Shadow when they...
Okay.
But she wasn't... I mean, she kind of helped the group a little bit. Because... yeah, I forget exactly what happened, but they bumped
don't
into her.
remember. Oh yeah. she
We
went
were fighting the
summoning some undead,
Yeah.
and she was chained up or something, or she was just trapped. Oh, she was.
She was
because
trapped
of
by
void.
the by the Nightwalker's void.
Yeah, she
Yep.
raised some creepy undead things.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
Yeah, she's definitely a little questionable, but again, she did not like Remy.
Yeah, she might not have anything against us though. We could play us. You know,
Yeah,
could play
I
that
don't
card.
think she saw me, so that's why. She might. I don't know. I'm kind of. I don't know. I'm a little bit more distant, so she might like not assume stuff about me if I'm. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she's met several of us actually, so
Yeah.
we probably
Maybe
yeah.
if I just stay out of it. Okay.
All right. Well, do you want to go to the Shadow Market and look for her?
I'll do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll
No.
definitely help look.
Yeah.
What
whenever-
time? Would there be still time for is it too late in the day to start like an 8-hour downtime project or?
No, it's only 11:30. So as long as
Okay.
you do 8 hours before you need to rest, which would be, it would be 12 a.m. or 12.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 12 a.m. because you need the 8 hours. Unless you were an elf,
Right.
then you only need 4.
I was just gonna say, unless you guys have particular need of Arapel, I might go grab another scroll for the day.
Cool.
If you're doing some shopping, Arapel, I don't know how to go about finding protective magical items. My ring, is with Remy, and I think it's going to be a while before we
Perhaps
get.
if we're going to look for more valuable items like that, perhaps we should maybe do it in a group, maybe not an entire group, but 2 or 3 people to lend our skills in assessing the items and questioning and what have you, and invest. I don't know.
Another day then.
But yeah, but I mean,
wanna-
I'm certainly happy to shop today instead of
Yeah.
scribing if you want. Yeah.
Finding magic item takes a week.
Yeah, buying a magical item takes a week, and it's a random item. You can't just look for a ring of protection. You can try to look for a ring of protection, but there's no guarantee you'll find one.
Could we trade something? Well, I guess that would again be a week. But
Yeah.
Yeah, be part of the process, I guess. Of the
Oh,
paying.
That's similar to doing like a whole thing because you got to track down someone who's selling it and figure out where they are, and yeah, it's a whole thing. There's no like just magical item shop.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
what
I
have you
figured
guys?
it would be
Yeah.
I like to say it's like trying to buy like a plane or something. It's not something you can just buy like easily. You gotta call some people and figure some
Aren't
stuff
they on
out.
eBay?
Oh,
Maybe, yeah. Well, there's no eBay in this world, I guess. There's no like.
you can drink enough Pepsi to get a plane out here.
Uslag doesn't do a lot of shopping, so she's just kind of like, I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Bug, Airpel, Luca. I have this gem of seeing that was given to me by an old friend. Would one of you want to use it to maybe see invisible creatures?
Oh yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh yeah. If no one
Cool.
else wants it.
I
Go
find
for it.
myself pretty busy, and you all seem to do a lot more damage than me against creatures. So I'll give a gem of seeing over to Uslag then.
I hate not being able to see things.
can
Amazing.
you set it into a framework that will allow it to stay in front of your eye hands free?
Oh, build a little headset. Yeah,
Could I-
I'll do that with my.
I was thinking like
my
little.
day.
I was thinking a little like.
You could
spectacles
probably,
or,
yeah. I
a
mean,
monocle.
you could probably make like a monocle or something. It would probably,
Oh, yeah.
it would take a few days, but you could probably do it.
Well, I'll start that then.
That is so not her
It
style.
wouldn't be an actual like monocle, but you could make like a circular piece of metal and like attach the gem in like a what do you call it? Like a case thing that you could put over
Yeah,
your
yeah.
eye.
A
Oh.
bevel.
Yeah, or you can make it. You can make it. Or go ahead.
Do you just give it some sort of like a little make it not too fancy looking? Could you make it look cool?
You just like duct
Yeah,
tape it,
yeah.
duct tape it to her face or something, so it doesn't look so pretentious.
Yeah.
I mean,
A
how? Yeah,
mask. Like a fearsome
do.
mask.
Yeah,
yeah.
like a mask with one of the eyes as the gem.
I trust you, Chomsky. You can
Cool.
have some artistic license.
Mask would probably be more leather working. You
Oh,
could put them
I
into
can do
like
that.
some glasses or something too. I mean, there's
I'm
a
pretty
bunch
sure
of different
Chomsky
ways.
could make a metal mask if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could put in a helmet, maybe.
I'm not sure how comfortable that would be though.
Well,
Yeah,
then I got my project for the day.
yeah.
Trees in the new
Chomsky
house
goes
card?
squirrels off. Right.
Yes, there are trees. There's several forests within the city. Like this is a park. This is a park, and
What
like
kind of trees are there? Or just regular trees, or
they're weeping willows. Most of the trees here are weeping willows
Oh.
type trees.
cool.
All right. So do you guys need Arapal for the Frost interview or?
I think
What were you
we're
thinking?
good.
I think I might just head back and do some scribing today, just to amp up our inventory and if you guys don't need me, just get some use out of the downtime.
Cool.
I
Okay.
could do stuff as well. I have. I don't know. I'll go. I need to rest before I can cast some spells and change my spells up. So
All right. Well, why don't we do a 10-minute break here before we do the downtime and interview of Frost, so everyone can stretch and use the restroom if you like. I'll be back.
All right.
Me too.
druids have like so many like long casting spells. Like there's a lot of things I can do, but I have to like spend a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like making a druid grove or something. Like that'd be cool. I don't know, a
Yeah.
druid grove in the middle of. But it takes like one casting for a year.
Yeah,
Per
it's
day.
forever.
Yeah, you have to like cast the same spell for a year straight.
The same spot.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Awaken is 8 hours to cast.
I have a druid that was planning to use Awaken. I haven't used it yet, but I can't even imagine like a campaign that like
This might
for
be
the
the one that I
druid
could actually
grove.
do it in.
Yeah,
Yeah, druid
I mean,
grove would be. I'd have to have like Lou be like, "Hey, we're gonna pass like 4 years. What are you gonna do?"
right, yeah.
He almost was gonna do that. He was talking about it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That would.
I mean, I can see how
but-
if you get to like a certain point in a campaign story, I could see how it actually could work well. It's just not very many campaigns give you that opportunity.
No, almost none. Almost none. So this is why I really like Lou's games, because he actually does give those kind of opportunities to
Yeah.
do some cool stuff.
Yeah. And honestly, some of those materials you got today are like I have a few of them on some of my characters, but like, I mean, I've never gotten the bowl for the Heroes Feast. I've never gotten several of those things you got today. So I'm actually kind of excited that this group will have
the
those
bowl
things.
is so expensive. I mean, Heroes Feast is such an expensive
Well,
spell.
that's
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's when we know we're going into a big, dangerous situation. Yeah.
Yeah, you got some prep or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, when we have prep time and stuff. Yeah. But when we come to that situation, now we can do it instead of like, oh, I wish I had,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
The other thing, guys, if we were going to be looking for magic items in town or whatever, we really could use an additional extra dimensional space, whether we get the bag of holding back from Remy or not. Like maybe even a portable hole so that we can like put stuff in that maybe is weightier, So anyway.
Portable hole, wish list item.
I know one of my groups is lucky enough to have both a bag of holding and a portable hole, and so we put all the potions and scrolls and
nice
component
library,
all the stuff that don't have any weight to them in the bag of holding or have minimal weight, and then like coins and like bars and armor and weapons and things that are heavy, we just toss them down in the portable hole because it has space limitations but no weight limitations. So like you could put a fuck ton of gold in there.
Nice.
And a fuck ton is a lot. Gold is heavy.
It really is. Because honestly, I think that Arapal probably was encumbered and that we weren't, because I didn't realize how much coins like we had marked as being in him until we were looking at them today, and I'm like, oh shit, he was probably encumbered these last few days.
I can carry quite a bit too.
Sorry,
Even though I'm not strong, I do have some decent. I think, what is it called? Like I can carry twice the normal that I normally carry.
Oh, the heavy.
Oh, the powerful build.
That one, yes. Yeah.
Nice.
And
carry, like,
I also put a saddlebag on Carl. Oh shoot, you are.
And I'm only carrying
an
100 pounds
elephant,
right now,
right?
so
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
And that's just a scrawny elephant too. Like, jeez.
Yeah, I forgot that like multiple. Like I think I'd only ever played a bugbear that had that, so I kind of forgot that. Or maybe it was a furbolg. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Either or. They are fun. Oh, that's right. Did we have a hooded lantern? Because I picked one up.
Do we have one, or what did you ask?
Did we have one? Because I picked one up with some oil flasks. But...
Arapel had one at one time. Let me look and see what's in his inventory now. Maybe I handed it off to you or something. No, it says I'm got 2 hooded lanterns in my compartment.
Cool.
I don't know how much oil do I have though. Oh, I still have 4 flasks of oil.
Cool. Well, now we got 2 hooded lanterns. Great. Good times.
We'll always be able to see things.
Oh shoot, I've got stuff in my inventory I was gonna sell that wasn't even in the party inventory.
I'm sorry.
I have. I mean, it's basic stuff though, like short sword, battle axe, scale mail. It's like basic stuff.
All right.
I have way too many weapons.
That's
not really bad.
When I first built Arapel, I put a bunch of weapons in him just because I thought it was funny that he could like pull out an axe and pull out a sword and just like pull all this stuff out of his compartment. But then when he started carrying more stuff and like his compartment was getting full, I was like, okay, this is excess. And there was like one, like I think it was like a war pick or something that we destroyed of his. Like we used it to like wedge a trap or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
So that, or no, I don't think it was the war pick. It was, but something, an axe or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a great axe, 2 great swords, 6 javelins, 2 of which are magical, and 2 hand axes.
Shoot,
Wow.
I'm about to build you
What?
one of my infusions. I think help, but
I mean,
yeah, my bad.
having too
Sorry.
many weapons is not the worst thing in the world.
Oh, you know, the only thing about that and that quiver, and then also there's a haversack, like it's the
Yeah,
same way. Is I hate having to keep track of all the
of
weight
what's all
in the
in there.
different compartments.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so annoying.
yeah. But if you break it, I could just make a new one.
And can you retrieve things from it in as like a part of an action, or or as like a bonus
Item
action, or
interaction,
item interaction? Yeah.
I assume so. But what's our plan after this? It seems like we've kind of tied things up with the government.
Try to scry. I can. Well, after
Oh yeah,
sleep, I
Luke
can
is gonna.
scry.
Yeah, we're
working on
gonna
the
try
Remy
and-
thing.
Yeah, we're tracking Remy. Do we need to go back to the fort or to the Twilight Sanctuary for anything
There was
before we go to Gaian?
we have they did want us to kill as many wraiths as we could.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Essence Collection.
Yeah.
And then if we
there's no
want
rush
any
on
magic,
What does
I
essence
don't-
get us? What does it do?
let's
We
just
use.
craft things.
Yeah,
oh, okay,
correct.
nice.
I think they needed it for helping with something specific. I can't remember. My brain's not working very well today.
Is the Orb of Direction? What does it do? Is that like Captain Jack Sparrow's compass or something?
I think so. You know which way is north?
Oh, you always know which way is north. Okay. Isn't that a normal compass?
You know, that's making the Orb of Direction sound much less cool.
I'm sorry, did I ruin it?
No. You know, it was one. We got a lot of recipes. Can't have all great recipes. Yeah, and it only functions in the material plane. So, but if we wanted any of those, we would have to go back to one of the forts. But I don't think we really need any. The Lock of Trickery is about 2 hours from being done.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
What
But
is the lock of trickery for?
can't.
does
You
it
have
do?
disadvantaged pick locks.
Oh, nice.
So if we have a
wanted
prisoner,
yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
such as Remy, I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't think we're planning on necessarily. Oh, I don't know. I don't
I
necessarily
did
want to
grab
kill.
manacles.
I do. I'm killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
I
Uslag,
did
you
tell him.
are too kind of a barbarian.
I know.
Yeah. I don't think I quite recognize myself from 90 days ago, but here I am.
Honestly, guys, I kind of wish that I was an alchemist because I would want to be working on those potions of fire giant strength for Uslag because I feel like
Yeah.
amazing.
I have one of those in my inventory. I'm pretty
Yeah.
excited.
Oh, and we have the cloud giant strength one too. I just noticed. That's
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
I have so
yeah.
many. I have several characters who are alchemists that have never had enough downtime to do more than like basic healing potions. And like
Yeah.
this group, it seems like we're more willing to kind of sit around in a city for a week or a few days or whatever to where I might actually get to do stuff. It's fine.
like
It's fine.
that. I do like that.
I am enjoying Arapella.
Yeah,
Not
I think it's just
complaining.
like
It's
the point we are
yeah.
in the campaign. It's kind of
Campaign,
a as sort of an interim.
Not as pressing as other parts of the campaign.
Yeah. But yeah, I also kind of am wishing I had someone who was a little more crafty right now. It'd be pretty awesome.
Essence can also make components.
You could probably be making contacts with Uslug, though. She's likable, so she could probably make contacts around the city and just befriend people that could give us advantages later, or at least leads. I don't know.
I suppose. Mechanically, that might not go so well, but
Yeah, gotcha. I was
but,
just thinking out loud.
no, yeah, I definitely see
You
the
just
merit in
see
that.
Uslog screaming at people. Be my friend!
No, I'd just be like, hey, you want a good arm wrestling match? I was actually
There you
thinking
go.
about it. Do they have a
Let's wrestle!
fighting
Whoa.
pit or like a fight ring or anything like in
Oh.
the shadow? Like
The
I would
shadow
love to have a
markets, yeah.
I
reputation.
bet they do.
Yeah, they're gladiator pits if you want to
Oh,
fight.
cool.
Damn.
Earn some pale coin, get a little bit of reputation.
Oh, pale coin is prohibited unless the fighting pits are underground. Like
I'd
not-
imagine so.
Yeah,
Those
they're in
are
the.
illegal.
Yeah, they're in the. That's where they are. Yeah, they're in the shadow
Nice.
market.
It's nice.
Yeah, definitely. Should be all about that between smithing and learning Elvish.
There's
Do you
also
require a
gambling
manager?
dens. There's gambling dens, fighting or pit fighting, all sorts of illegal stuff.
Yeah, I just want to fight stuff. But yeah,
All right.
the coin
So,
is nice. Yeah.
so you're heading into look for Frost, right? That's what we landed on.
Mm. Proceed with
Yes.
caution.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does this group have any religious casters?
Yeah, sort of. I
Sort
think
of.
I'm religious. Yeah.
Nature mostly.
Because Wraith Essence can also be made into religious components with alchemy.
Ooh.
Yeah, essences can be broken or can be used to create components. That's how you make them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do that for. Do you have anything that requires components?
I think I have a couple things. I'd have to go back and look. I off the top of my head, I would just get it mixed up with other characters.
Yeah. All right. Well, you go looking for Niara Frost, returning to the underground. I'm guessing persuasion would be used to ask around about her. So I'll take a persuasion check from up to 2 of the group members.
Ooh, not I.
Is Arapo with us and Gao?
I think I stayed. I thought I stayed behind.
Arapel is crafting right now.
What's Gao doing?
Looking that he's not proficient in persuasion.
Okay.
I've got a +5 for charisma, but I'm still not proficient in it.
I'm not.
But if
proficient
nobody's-
either.
I mean, you don't
think
have to
you're-
be proficient, but
If nobody else is throwing, I'll throw.
I'm fine throwing in as well, but yeah, I'll do what I can.
yeah.
Please do it.
Okay.
All right. So you two are asking around. You're not having too much luck. If you want, you can try to grease some palms with a bribe and try again.
Could I try the silent circle? Maybe I can. Ask them
Yes, you can definitely try your people if you want to go over there, like by yourself.
there.
So, inspiration point. What would that do for this persuasion?
You would have had to have used it before you roll.
No. I mean, if we're doing more later. 'cause obviously
Oh,
this one-
yeah. So it would just be advantage if you want to use inspiration.
Okay.
I'll
So
do a
the
little
next-
bribing as well.
Yeah.
My own.
Oh,
Okay.
never mind, 3.
So Darian, unfortunately, you don't get much from your people. If you want to bribe, you can try to grease some palms. I'll say 50 gold pieces, and you can make another 2 checks.
50 pale gold. Okay.
Yeah, 50 pale gold.
Okay. So
Another
Okay,
2
two-
checks for her, or 2 checks total for the 50 gold?
could I have,
2
like-
checks for the group, basically.
Great. Awesome.
So you could use your inspiration if you wanted to on this one, Gal.
I would like to, if that's okay with you, since you were dropping the money in a slot.
Oh yeah, I'm doing this for you. Money.
Yeah, I don't think her -1 is getting her too far.
Good try.
Alright.
Me too.
So yeah, you get word that Frost is actually meeting with someone in the Silent Circle today, which makes Darian doubt some of his contacts.
Yeah, someone's going to have to answer for that.
We've been away too long. Maybe they're just.
I know.
So she was she was seen leaving with an agent of the Silent Circle going towards their base. Is basically the info you get.
You guys want to go check it out?
Yes.
Yeah. Did we get any sort of description of the agent, or was it just kind of they could tell by the?
They just knew the person as being a member of the Silent Circle.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably gave you a description, like maybe brown hair, blue eyes, medium sized.
Look for an
No
elf.
one we know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shadow elf.
We know Civil is with the Silent Circle, right? Or is he with the Midnight Pyre?
No, Sybil's Midnight Pyre.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. It's Amara. That's.
Silent Circle was. Who was that? That was
Amara?
Amara, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the only problem is that generally speaking, you guys would not be allowed to all just kind of go into their base and look around.
So. I guess this would be, Darian going in.
You guys want me to go in and look for him?
Yeah, I mean, the group is friendly with the Circle, which is why you originally went with them, Darian, but, like, yeah, just having them go in the base is not, would not be looked on kindly.
If you guys want to wait outside, or could I possibly take one person in just as, like, a friend or something?
I'll wait.
Maybe. I mean, it's less likely anyone's going to ask, but in general, like, they don't just want, unless there's a good reason for them to be in there, they don't just want people coming in.
Okay. Well, if everyone's okay with it. What were you going to say?
I wish we had something to send with you so we know you don't have any. No, you're not magic.
You're not magic.
I don't know any of the magic stuff.
Yeah, same.
I'll be safe in there. Go, you know.
Yeah.
Gal has the ability to do invisibility, but since this is a sneaky place, he's pretty sure that they have a way to disable that invisibility. So,
I'd imagine. Yeah.
Do I know that?
Yeah, he's been invisible a couple times.
No, I mean, do I know that the Silent Circle has like anti-invisibility magic?
You don't actually know too much about the details of their security. It's not something you haven't looked into breaking into your own base before.
Oh, that's true. All right. So you guys want to just hang out?
Yes, I do.
All right then.
Be right here.
I'll be inside. I'm gonna ask around and see what I can do, and I'll head in.
All right. So everyone else is sort of waiting in the tunnels outside or something?
Yes, trying not to look suspicious.
All right.
I know that it doesn't matter if I look suspicious or not, so I'm just going to be.
Who do you want to talk to? Anyone in particular, Darian?
Who's, I guess, the next higher up besides Amira? The next highest officer there is, I guess.
There's a couple of them. You don't really know them that well, though. Amira's probably the one you know best down here.
Yeah. Do I know if anyone that Mira was kind of close to? Closest?
Sure. If you want, you can give me another persuasion check to look around, or ask around some of the higher ups who might know about this.
All right then. 10. Man, these persuasion rolls.
I know.
So yeah, you would find out that Amara is meeting someone within the guild, but if you want to get more info, it'll cost you some pal coin. I'll say like maybe another 20.
Oh, okay then. I'm like, fine, you greedy sucker. Not giving 20 go.
Alright, so he nods and he tells you that from what he's heard, the Silent Circle, one of the lower members was putting together some kind of heist, and they needed Amara for security. Or not Amara, what's her name? Frost, yeah.
You guys didn't tell me about it? Come on, you always know I want to be in those heights.
He shrugs. He says, well, people are trying to steal stuff all the time. I think there's something going on the surface. Someone rich is coming through.
Oh, really? I'll have to...
Yeah, in the city.
I'll have to get knowing about this. You know where they're meeting?
I know where Frost probably is.
Okay.
I don't know where they had their meeting. I think it's over now, he says.
Oh, okay. Alright, just point the way to Frost, and I would like to go meet her.
He nods. He says, you didn't hear about this from me, though.
No, don't worry about it.
So...
And,
yeah.
I'll just follow wherever he points or whatever he tells me.
So he leads you into one of the back areas where there's... it's kind of not the best part of the cave. There's some suspicious-looking people walking around back here. But he points out one of the doors at the end of the hallway.
Alright, then.
And
Thank
he
you,
would
sir.
leave. Yeah, he
Alright.
nods.
I just I guess look both ways, see if anyone's around, and I just go up and knock on the door before I walk in.
So as you get close to the door, you hear what sounds like something like a hammering noise.
I kind of I guess put my ear to the door, see if I can hear anything else, any talking.
No, you do hear, as I said, like someone is banging a hammer against metal.
In Frost's room or in somewhere else?
Yeah, in Frost's room.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just knock on the door. Hello, Miss Frost?
The hammering would stop, and a woman's voice is, who's there?
The name's Darian. I'm a member of the Circle. I was hoping I can ask you some questions. Nothing too official, of course.
So, the door opens. I don't know if you said you did meet her before, or you didn't?
I didn't.
Okay, well...
I was in the tunnel when she was...
A very large woman, probably standing at about 6'2" or so, opens the door. Very muscular. She currently has
Ooh,
you would
she looks undead. Sorry.
Yeah, she is kind of she's kind of pasty. You would see she's super ripped. Her shirt's off, but she has a bra on. She's got scars all over, and you see her armor is on some kind of stand. She may have been working on it. She crosses her arms, kind of looking down at you. How tall are you?
5'10".
Yeah, so she kind of looks down on you, and she's like, what do you want?
Is she scarier than Newslog?
I think she's taller than Uslog, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably around, what's your strength, Uslog?
My strength is 18.
Okay,
But
so
I'm only 5'9" or something like that. I'm more stocky than.
yeah, she looks probably more ripped than Uslog, a little stronger. But she would motion for you to come inside as she kind of looks down the hallway and goes to close the door.
Man, you're huge. That's awesome. So how do you work out? What's your routine?
She arches an eyebrow at you and says, right. Is there some business you had with me? Small one?
Small? What are you talking about? Anyway, Miss Frost. I heard
She
that
closes
you
the door
were-
and like crosses her arms now, just looking down at you.
I'll just, I guess, sit on her bed.
She says,
"Don't mind."
I assume you're with the Circle?
Yes, I'm actually one of the best, and I heard that you're doing a heist. Is that true?
She says, are you the one who's coming to talk to me about that?
Yeah, sure.
Give me a deception check.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, he is.
16?
He knows what she's talking about.
So she turns back around, picking up a pair of pliers as she's just like bending metal like with the pliers, and she says, so tell me what I need to know. Kind of not even looking at you anymore.
I will be like, well, this merchant's coming from, what's the nearest city I know? What's like any kind of cities in the Empire do I know about?
So the nearest city... nearest city is probably Boldaro, to the southwest of you.
Okay.
There's also Nimruk, but the capital is Devaldia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I would say, yeah. So rich merchants coming from Devaldia down to the marketplace. I don't know why exactly, but I've heard that he's coming through. Probably to sell some very rich. I don't know, something about some kind of supplies and gems. But what I need you
looks
to
at you. She says, "Merchant."
Yes. Wait, is it? Was it merchant?
He says, "I thought we
some
were hitting some nobles group."
It's a rich merchant noble. Yeah.
Wasn't it one of the church's people? They said.
Yep. He used to be a merchant, and then he became a noble, and yeah.
She says, "All right. Well, what else do you have for me?"
I'm just
Yeah.
pulling out my ass here. Okay. Well, outside the gates, are you doing this alone, or do you have any help with you?
What do you mean?
Are you planning to include anyone else but you, or is it just...
On the heist?
Yeah.
She stops and turns her head and she says, "I thought your people were setting this up."
We are. Are you bringing anyone else in?
She says, "No, why would I bring people in? It's your job."
Oh, yeah, yeah.
She looks at you. Give me another deception check with disadvantage.
Crap. 16.
She says, I don't like it when people waste my time. I thought you had information for me. I'm starting to question
Hold on.
the purpose of this meeting.
Well, you see,
Are
my friend here...
you sure you're with the people who are planning this?
I know them.
You know them. What's your name?
Darian. Soft collar, and I go to shake her hand.
She just looks down at your hand and looks at you.
I'm a good friend of Mira.
Yes. I'm familiar with Amira.
Yes, I worked under her for years. Me and her are quite close. I've been in Silent Circle my whole life. You can ask anyone else. Go ahead to go ask anyone.
She says, but again, what's your business in this heist we're planning, or that they're planning? I was told this was mostly going to be me protecting some important people while they get into position.
Yes, I wasn't told everything. I'm the person who's going to be doing the main action. I'm the person who's going to be stealing the thing. That's what I'm good at. My friend Jacob, or Jace, he's the planner. He's the one who knows all the heists. He's going to talk to you soon. I just wanted to get to know you more.
Oh, so you're not the one they sent to tell me about this. You're just someone else involved.
Yep, I'm the guy who's going to actively participating in the heist.
She just sighs and she says, do you have anything important that you need to discuss with me? I'm a bit busy. I'm not really in the mood to speak and have drinks right now. I have some work to do.
Drinking really takes a load off of me. But,
Give me another persuasion, or give me a persuasion check.
all right. 9. Oh my god.
Them rolls.
How do you get a 16 deception if you roll a 1? Are you expertise? All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense then. He says, well,
How about bye-bye, Miss Frost? I actually do have an important question for you.
and she says, all right, well, what is your important question? You're all over the place right now.
I know. I've been everywhere today. Well, I've been through a whole bunch. I fought undead and stuff. I fought a dreadlord or whatever. You know.
A what?
Some kind of dark lord or whatever. Yeah, I'm with a bunch of.
Again, she just looks at you
travel-
confused. She says, what
Yeah,
is
you
what is a dark lord?
Voldemort.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I should be telling her. It's an ancient necromantic lich. Me and my adventuring party went to a dungeon and we defeated the lich.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Give me another deception check. She says, that sounds quite impressive.
I know. I am the legendary Darian. You should have definitely heard my friends in Silent Circle talking about me.
All right, well, you said you had a question for me, Darian.
Yes. You see, I might be a thief, but I don't like things being stolen from me. And one such
At this
individual-
point, she's putting her shirt on again. She's done with her armor.
Okay. Nice abs.
She says, yes, you mentioned, as she puts her shirt on.
Do you possibly know someone named Remy?
She goes quiet for a moment and regards you, giving you a bit of a dangerous look.
Don't worry, he's no friend of mine. Actually, I wish to get back at him.
Yes, a lot of people do. He's a bit of an asshole, she says.
You're right. You're very right. You seem like a much nicer person.
Do you happen to know where he is?
That's what I came to you for. I was hoping you knew.
No, I haven't seen him since he hooked up with that mercenary group. I think they called themselves the Splitlanders.
I know, I heard they're like the losers. Yes, you see, he stole from me my bag of holding, which had a lot of stuff in, and I really want to get back at him. So, do you have any information at all where he is, or where he could be, or where we can find more information for him?
No, I haven't really thought about it since we parted ways quite a while ago. I think there was some rumor that he was in the shadow market recently, but I didn't really look into it. I don't have much of a wish to see him again, unless it's his head on a pike somewhere.
I can do that for you. Don't worry about it.
But go ahead.
I was like, I'll give you his head as a gift for, bothering you. Don't worry about it.
It's very generous of you.
Seeing beautiful women really, makes me want to give her gifts and not waste her time. Give her a wink.
Give me a persuasion check.
I'm sick of failing these, so I'm gonna use inspiration.
All right.
Oh my
She says, "Well, that's great. Listen, why don't you get lost?
I will.
I'll see you for the heist, I guess."
I will. And I just leave with my head on the ground. And just walk away.
All right. You hear the door slam behind you.
Well, that could have gone better. I didn't think.
It could have gone a lot worse.
Yeah, true. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably good you
Uh,
use the persuasion or the advantage there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very important. I guess I'll go ask the. I didn't get the name who was supposed to do the heist. Did I?
I don't know. You made up a bunch of names, so
Yeah.
but you don't think any of those people are real, so you probably don't want to ask
Yeah.
them.
No, they are real. I just pulling shit from my ass. I'm going to go to that guy I talked to and ask him if he. Well, actually, no. I'll just go out to the rest of my party.
All right. So about half an hour later, Remy comes out, or not Remy. Sorry,
Remy's here.
Darian comes out looking a bit dejected.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Wow.
Hello.
You look wounded, but not in the way I expected.
I know spiritually I've been wounded.
Yeah.
Well, short story short. She doesn't know where Remy is.
Damn.
I'm not surprised because she'd probably be torturing him right now.
But Peeps, I heard that she's supposed to be doing a heist for the Silent Circle. You know? So
Why are you sharing that out loud?
I'm not. I'm speaking in party group whisper.
I don't think that's the thing.
I'll whisper it to.
You should have gone
Uslog.
soul knife so you could stab us and give us telepathy.
Yeah.
I'll whisper to Uslog. Yeah, they're doing a heist. I think I'm gonna try to get in on that.
Wait, you already said it out loud. You can't just take it back.
So
yeah,
do you
you
do you share that she said she heard that he was seen in the market in the last day or so?
Yeah, I'll share that.
Okay.
Means we can track him at least.
Yeah, that gives us a lead at least for some of the scrying and locating magic.
This is good. And you're alive.
I know. It was surprising. I thought she was gonna tear me in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I could learn a thing or two from her, but
She can teach you how to do like pull-ups and stuff. I bet.
I need to do pull-ups.
Uslog needs.
But you think I don't know how to do pull-ups?
I don't know.
What are we pulling up?
I don't know your exercise regimen. You could be really into like, I don't know, lifting weights instead.
Do you even lift, bro? Alright, so yeah, what's the plan?
I
This
guess
is
we go back
perfect
to the
music
market.
right now.
Did you want to go talk to your Silent Circle friends about this?
Yeah,
Project.
I'm going to go back in and find more information.
All right.
Luca,
Well,
Yes.
you have magic that can help us find Remy, right?
I do. but
Or
I
do
need
we
to
still
rest
have to
first.
wait? I didn't realize we didn't do that yet.
Still the same day.
It's same day. So yeah, if you want, we can pass the day so you can do that.
yeah, Uslag would definitely go find a fight club or something. She's feeling like she needs to do some working out now. She's a little.
So
You don't talk about Fight Club.
yeah, you don't talk about it. Yeah, there is enough time left in the day to do downtime. If you want to do Fight Club, that's a 5-day thing, so you can put a day towards that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at the end of 5, you would get some benefits from that. And the rest of you
What
can.
about the fight itself? Aren't we going to go watch your fight?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's sort of several fights taking place over a time period, but yeah,
Okay.
you're welcome to go watch Uslog
Right,
like do some fights for today if you want.
Awesome.
Can
But
I bet on her?
you're working on your scroll, I thought.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. And the rest of you as well can put a day towards a project of your choice. Whether that be the armor smithing or whatever else. But yeah, we'll say the day passes. Go ahead and do your upkeep or expenses, however you want to be living. And it is now the 2nd of winter at 8 a.m.
And I was doing a level 1 scroll, so I would have completed that, correct?
I believe so. I don't have the scroll rules in front of me.
I think that's what we did last time for the level 1. And I'll subtract 25 gold worth of components.
Yes, like I said, I believe so, but I don't have the rules in front of me. So what
I just
do you...
did a Searing Smite. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, next day, what are you doing?
Did I finish Uslog's new glasses?
You were trying to make the ruby into some glasses?
Yeah, the gem of seeing.
Yeah, sure. That would probably...
Or like night vision goggles with the gem of seeing instead.
Well, I mean, you could just put frames and have the gem in some frames. You don't have to, like, break your night vision goggles.
Cool.
Or do you mean attach the gem to her night vision goggles?
I don't think she has night vision.
No, he was saying
Oh.
night vision.
Oh, like not. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so
Following the pattern.
it would probably cost you about 20 pale coin in materials. So I'll say, like, during the day, you, like, get some metal and you bend it into the shape of the glasses and, yeah, attach the gem. But yeah, sure, we can say you have some glasses now with the true seeing gem, Uslog.
There you go, Uslog.
Ah, I love it. This
Yeah.
is great. This is going to come in handy.
Cool
for looking
shades.
for it.
We need to sew a little pocket on the front breast of your skin shirt, where you put your little glasses in.
Hey,
Yeah.
glass case.
Love it. Maybe we should put definitely like a
Pocket
protective
protector.
case because it's going to get knocked around a lot.
Right.
So,
All right, well, what do you want to do?
I'm going back to the circle and find some information.
All right, you want to put a day towards criminal activities?
I want to put.
Or you put yesterday towards that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you can put a day towards that.
I want to specifically find the person who's trying to get this heist on the way, or trying
Okay.
to do this heist.
So what about your scrying stuff,
Yes.
Luca? For today, I mean, because it's a new day.
I have to go soon, guys, but I can cast scrying.
All right.
Do it.
But with scrying, I will need some assistance.
Cool.
The more you can tell me about this person, the better. I obviously
Yeah.
don't know them. Does somebody have a likeness or a picture?
Do any of us have minor illusion?
I thought we were
I-
working on the ring, not the person.
yeah,
I
we should.
can only scry people, unfortunately, or locations.
Hmm.
He lied.
Unless
I can
Unless you
use
wanna
my
locate
all-purpose tool
object.
to get.
unless you wanted locate object, if that was the plan.
I can use my all-purpose tool to get minor illusion and give you a picture of Remy.
You can only make illusions of objects with minor illusion. You can't do living things.
What?
Yeah, it says an
Anyone good
object.
at drawing? Any good,
It's a
artists?
weird stipulation, but yeah.
Okay.
I can try.
Yeah, I'll try to draw a picture as well. We'll have a little art contest.
I want to try that too. Wait.
That
Why
could
not?
assist. Unless any of you has something more from him, like some kind of item that was used recently.
I think a first level illusion spell, if you have that you can make you could do that to make Remy. Like what is it called? Spectral Force, I think.
Nope.
Never even heard of that
I'm
spell.
sorry.
Well, a picture works if you could draw it. Who's the most artistic?
I can draw maps, but
Would that be intelligence?
Dexterity or
Dex?
Drawing. Probably. Because there's no real art proficiency.
Performance?
Performance,
Oh, please
dex,
no.
maybe.
Yeah,
Dex?
probably Dex.
There's the painter's tools.
Oh,
there's painter's tools?
yeah. If
Oh.
you have painting, that would work.
I'm gonna draw a picture of Remy anyway. But we'll see how it goes
Dex,
because I'm curious to
intelligence.
see.
Which would
Yeah,
be-
silent image. That's what it's called.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
All right, so Noam Chomsky puts brush to paper and draws a masterpiece of Remy, almost an exact likeness.
Uslog's looks like a caricature or something compared to.
No, those are great.
Those are actually yours is pretty good too.
You guys have both-
It's like one of those like amateur artists where you're like, oh, that's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's kind of like drawing a map, actually, in a lot of ways. You've got the points and you connect the dots.
Yeah.
His nose
Yeah.
is a little river. His eyes are mountains.
All right, so go ahead and cast your scry.
So it's a +5 because I've only heard of the target. So he gets a +5 to the save. But if I have a likeness, I get -2. So he essentially gets a +3 to his save.
Okay. All right.
DC is 19.
So your eyes glow as you are chanting, casting the spell, looking at your crystal ball. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, he resisted it. He made the save. So at least for now, it's not working.
I can. I have a few castings of it if we can try, but I'll be quite drained if we.
If we
continue.
are able, if we
You
are
have a
able,
likeness.
if we are able to determine that he is nearby in the city, then I also prepared both locate object and locate creature, and can assist with some castings today. But they only work within 1,000 feet, so I thought the scrying first was beneficial. Yeah.
Locate object could help as well.
If you've touched the object before, that was. Yes, that.
Well, Uslag wore that ring for some time, and I healed her many times, so I'd like to
then
think
yes.
I might have touched it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so I think that could be. I would draw you a nice picture of the ring. I suppose.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I need a picture for the
You don't?
locate object. Yeah.
well, can we try scrying again? You said, Luca.
Locate object is a much simpler spell to use if you know it.
Yeah, I would. I have at least 3 castings before possible upcastings of locate object. I have only 1 casting of locate person.
Okay. Go ahead and link detect
Would you like-
object if you're casting it.
Would you like me to try the locate object again, or are we going to try to scry first again?
To you.
I
Me?
can
scry once more.
Whatever you guys think.
Go for it.
Yeah, try locate object. If it
Okay.
fails, then I'll try scry.
Sure. All right, then I
Then we
will.
at least know is it
If we're
further
doing
than
locate
1,000
object
feet.
and he's been in the shopping,
Yeah,
shopping. Why not go there to do it?
Where are we standing? Yeah.
You're
we in
currently
the
at the
inn?
White Lotus. Yeah.
And how far from the market is that?
The market is probably maybe 600 or 700 feet away to the entryway. The market's pretty large. It's a pretty big cave.
All right, I'd like to go to somewhere like in the center of the market, and it only takes 1 action as casting time. So even if it does draw some attention, I'll go ahead and cast it in the middle of the market.
All right. So you chance drawing a couple of glances, but you would not detect the object within 1,000 feet.
Okay.
So we have. Do you have time on that, or we could take a walk? I was thinking
yeah.
The
I can walk
tunnels.
for-
He knew of the tunnels.
Let's
That
go.
might be a good place
Got
for him
10
to hide.
minutes. Yeah. Might as well walk, cover as much ground as we can while this is up. So we briskly walk.
All right. So as you are walking, and what object is this again?
The ring that
All right. See you later, Luca.
Remy took off Uslug's corpse.
The protection ring.
Yeah.
All right. So you're walking south through the market when you get a ping. It is within. It's outside the market, but you're getting closer to it. You're within 1,000 feet of it now.
I would become one of those little like beep 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 like pointing in the direction I sense it and walking that way.
All right.
I will follow.
So you're going into an area of the shadow market you're not familiar with now. You walk past the cages, which is the entryway. And now you're getting closer to the object, but again, you don't know exactly where this is. You've never been here.
Does it seem like we are venturing into like something that could be private property or restricted area or
It's just a tunnel. You have no idea.
Okay. All right. I would keep going unless and let the group know what I sense.
All right.
Unless anybody stops me.
So
Yeah, I'll follow and just try to keep an eye out on the general area. It's kind of a new.
let me see. So you definitely sense the object in this direction. Does it tell you how far away you are from it, or just that you're within 1,000 feet?
I think so.
Okay. So
I sense the direction as long as the object is within 1,000 feet.
Okay, so you're following your sense on this. You turn a corner and there is a large door there, like a large metal double door, which seems to be sealed.
And it's the end of the tunnel. There's not like a different way to go.
There is, but this is towards the object.
Okay. The object is in that direction, and I'll gesture towards the door.
Does the doors have any words on it?
No, it's unmarked. It looks pretty thick, though.
Well,
Guys, we're gonna find her ring and he sold it to someone, and it won't even be Remy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him. Yeah.
Is the door locked?
You walk up and pull on the handle, the big metal ring, and yes, it seems to be locked.
Darian?
Well,
He's not with us, is he? Is he with us?
I think he is.
Okay, good.
I thought he went to work.
Oh.
Well, actually, today I think he is. Yesterday he wasn't.
Yeah.
Are you there, Darian?
Yeah, I'm with them. I haven't gone to the.
Ooh, look at Gallo.
I'm going to get close to the door and stare through it with the
Okay.
invitation.
So looking through the door, you see that on the other side, the hallway continues. About 20 feet down the hallway past the door, there are two armed men sitting there talking. One of them is sort of looking towards the door, as he just probably heard someone try to open it. And then he kind of looks back at his friend, and you can't hear them because they're not talking loud enough, but it looks like he says something to him. And like the other guy just shrugs and they keep talking.
I whisper this to everybody and I gently knock on the door.
All right. You see one of them walking towards the door when a voice says, "Who's there?"
Gal?
I don't recognize a gal. What do you want?
Remy?
I don't know who that is. Look, you're probably in the wrong part of the cave. The shadow markets are north of here.
He's through here.
If you're not expected, then you're not allowed in here. Please go.
Who am I pissing off?
He says again, or give me a persuasion, actually.
Nice.
He would say... What would he say?
Batman. Oh.
He says this is. This is Civic territory. And again, if you're not expected, then you're not in the right place.
I look over at the group at a volume that he could still hear. Any problem with pissing off this septic or whatever they are territory?
Civic.
Oh, no,
Actually,
that was intentional.
oh, septic. Darian, you might know something here if you want to make an intelligence check.
I will try.
You can do it, Darian.
One.
Darian just like he's still thinking about Frost. He's like, wait, what'd you guys say?
Yeah. I'm still lost in my own misery. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
And the other guard yells, "Yeah, piss off. Go to the market.
We
Get outta
seek
here."
We seek one who has wronged us, and we know that he may be through this door. We do not wish any other trouble, but need to locate if he is here.
Give me a persuasion check.
While she's talking, I'm going down into the ground to go under the door to unlock the door.
Nice. I love it. Okay. Don't fail me now. Persuasion. And you know what? I'm going to use my channel divinity. I haven't used it today. So +5 on this. Please assist us, and we will be gone. With no further trouble to your day. I'm trying to be polite and persuasive.
So you're gonna just pop up under the door next to them?
I'm sinking down and planning to come through eventually upside on the other side. I do not know the duration between me doing that and her trying to persuade them.
Well, he would say, if this guy's in here, he is, well, she said, if this guy is, I don't know any Remy, so the guy you're looking for probably isn't in here.
Does he look like a jester?
Or he's
He is
very good at
dangerous.
guys. Yeah.
He's good. He's skilled at illusion.
All right.
Our magic has led us here and continues to point in this direction.
So you said, Gao, you're going through the floor and popping up where the guy is standing there talking and trying to unlock the door while he's there.
I will be coming up. I was hoping that it was slow enough that she can convince them, but since they're not convincing in a fast time, then yes, pretty much. And
all right.
Go ahead and do the earthquake on the ground, 15-foot radius centered on me too.
All right. I need a map for this.
No, so the part of the party will actually have to do deck save too. Sorry, didn't think about that.
Nice.
Well, we're on a mission, and he's like, I'm going in. I'm getting this done. Making things happen.
And no matter how hard the guy hits me, I'm planning to unlock the door anyways and take all the brunts of whatever he throws at me just to unlock the door, and then I'll deal with him once the door is unlocked. But
Oh, man, you can't go killing yourself.
I'm not going to kill myself. These are guards.
True that. True
We
that.
hope.
They could be.
No, I mean,
guards.
I have 118 hit points. If he can knock that down
Oh,
in
shit.
one round, I deserve
Yeah.
to die, but I don't think he can. He could probably do some decent damage on me, depending on
Yeah.
the level, but I mean, numerically, blah, blah, blah. I should be able to
Man.
unlock the door.
Okay. Yeah, give me a moment. I gotta set up a map. All right. So, put that map I just set up. There it is. All right. So the party is over. It's over here. And Darian, Gao just slipped under the door.
I'm the armored sneak thief.
Rock sneak thief.
Rig knock.
So, where's Gao's token?
Give me a second. I'll pop it out for. Oh, you already
I
popped
got
it.
it.
Thank you.
All right, so you pop in under the door. Give me initiative rolls, and everyone pull your tokens out.
Could I use my last inspiration point for initiative?
Yeah, sure.
And how much does that give? Just roll an advantage? I can't remember.
Yeah, it would just be advantage.
Hit. 12.
Wow, I didn't roll 1.
So you cast the spell popping up here. And I think, is everyone on there?
Almost. I rolled a advantage, so 14, 11, 14. Yeah.
So you definitely, especially by those rolls, take them by surprise. Popping out, they would be startled, grabbing for their weapons. So there is an earthquake. You said 15 feet of you?
Correct.
Alright, so...
That's what the spell says.
So you three, these three, and these two have to make dex saves to avoid falling over. What the?
+4 if you're in my aura.
Okay, so I did a dex.
Both of the guards are knocked prone, being caught completely by surprise.
Sorry about that, and I'm still walking to the door.
What's the DC?
18.
Oh.
Minus
And
if
I
you're
keep
close
my-
enough to her.
That also
yeah.
probably made a
Sweet.
bunch of
Thank
noise.
you,
But Darian, you would be the first act, as there's a bunch of noise, and I don't know. Did any of you get knocked prone
I
out
don't
here?
see Gao on the initiative.
I think Gooselog might have.
Did
because
Gal
she
roll
rolled a 12.
initiative?
Oh, I
Oh,
rolled it
okay.
before I had the token.
Yeah, you
I
have
rolled a 12.
you would.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll initiative and set it to 12.
So how do I change it?
You press.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Right, so these guys fell over. I'll reorder now. So yeah, these guys fall prone from your earthquake. As I said,
Sorry about
kind of
that, fellas.
being caught completely off guard. Darian, you would be the first to act as there's this big earthquake. And it doesn't look like any of your people got knocked prone, so that's good.
Nice.
I think. Oh wait, was the DC 18? If it was 18, I did not make it.
So mark yourself as prone then.
Okay. I don't
If you-
have sight on my token. I can see it, but yeah.
These tunnels would be dark, so I guess you have a. Do you have a torch or something that would be giving you light?
I have my hammer that would be emitting light.
All right, I'll put a light on you.
Gooselog, what did you roll for your dex save?
It was a 12. I rolled it like right before initiative. we
Gotcha.
hadn't made it at the time. So it would
I
be
see.
So what are you doing, Darian?
Just a quick question: is there a way I could do lethal damage with an arrow?
No. Ranged attacks have no... There's no non-lethal. You can't shoot an arrow without killing someone.
Okay.
Not
Well,
unless you get bird blunts, which you don't have bird blunts, and D&D 5e doesn't really have that.
right. I guess I'm gonna just go right up to next to the door and take out my bow and ready an attack action for when I see when Gal opens the door.
All right, Gao unlocks the door and opens it.
Yep. I'm not threatening the guards in any way. Just opens the door, steps aside.
All right.
Love
Are you gonna take your shot at the guy on the floor, Darian?
Sure, I will.
All right.
Is he surprised by chance?
No, because he was talking to you all, so he's probably not surprised. At least not mechanically. He's definitely surprised by suddenly getting hit by an earthquake and knocked over.
Gotcha. All right, then I will shoot this guy. Might as well. 24.
All right. Yep, he is struck.
Is that with sneak attack or no? Forgot.
Don't rogues get a thing where if you go before them, you have advantage?
Oh, that's true. That's my assassin.
No, just the
Or assassin does?
assassin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that would be sneak attack.
Nice. 32.
You just shoot him right in the throat. And the other guy's like, Jesus Christ, we're under attack! He starts yelling, Help! Help! They're
Oh my God, I
psychos!
didn't know we were gonna like kill them.
I didn't intend to.
Uslag.
first of all, can I have sight on my token? I can't see my token or anything. I can see gray and no token.
Yeah.
Find it. I think it's yeah, just so I can see my target. I assume Arapel has light.
Yeah, I've always got my shield lit up unless y'all tell me not to.
Alright. You should be able to see now.
Okay. I will move in. Okay. I can't. Okay. I can't see any further than this. Can I see the other guard?
You hear him over here. He's not stealthing, but he is in the darkness. So you could attack him with disadvantage.
I would like to try to grapple him. I don't
Okay.
wanna hurt him.
So
I hear him.
yeah, you try to grab him in the darkness. I guess that would be athletics. I don't think you get disadvantage.
I would rage anyway, so it would be advantage or wash, depending on whether I had advantage.
Okay. Ah! Yeah, you grab him. He says, please don't kill me.
Yeah, I'd rage. I would say allow us to look for the object we seek, and we will leave you be.
And the asshole
This is-
attached to the object.
He
Stand
says,
down.
I'm just a guard. I don't know anything.
Yeah, that's why I'm like just the object, because that will help us. I think find him. Yeah. Okay, that's all I say.
Alright. So he's gonna try to break free and just run away at this point. I don't know if you're gonna let him. We don't have to keep in combat though at this point, unless anyone's gonna try to kill him.
Yeah, if he looks like he's standing down and running, I would let him go.
Alright, yeah, he's just gonna
Well,
go.
he's just gonna run like people
"Ah!"
back.
No, he's running this way.
Okay.
Like back towards the shadow market. But you do hear some commotion now coming from deeper in.
Am
think
I
we've already
allowed
checked
to?
it.
Am I allowed to revive like an NPC?
This guy got an arrow through his throat. He's dead.
I know we just
He
never
like
knew
he not only died, you like double overkilled him. Like you killed him with 0 and you doubled his negative. He's like dead.
Holy shit! I didn't know you'd go down that easy.
Yeah, he's like a first level guard.
All right.
All right,
Is
so
my spell still up?
which one?
I was concentrating on the locate object.
Yeah, so you'd still sense it ahead, but this is probably a good place to end
Oh, okay.
because we are a little over. So why don't we do MVP votes?
To be quick.
We'll this is Gao's last game for a bit.
Oh.
Hopefully we'll see him again though.
One more week of because the last.
Well, next week is next month, and I have the second off, I think, because it's a 5 week. And I got 3 votes.
This is always so hard.
You may have made some new enemies.
Right? That's
You don't even know who these people are.
Yeah, you just murdered some of their guard.
Yeah,
Just one. Just one.
it's self-defense.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was not.
I was straight up murder.
Oh my
No,
god,
no,
they're gonna
no,
fight
God.
for us.
It's like,
was
hey, what are you doing?
self-defense.
That. I guess
It was
if you consider like murdering a security guard self-defense when you're breaking into like the mall. Yeah, the nightstick. I had to shoot him.
Okay, you know what threw me off the most was he was like, "Can I do non-lethal damage?" No, okay.
Yeah. I'll just murder him then.
I'm an assassin. It's in the name.
I'll just triple murder him then.
So I think it's a I think it's a 5-way tie. So all you roll
Again?
d20s.
Keeps happening.
Fun time.
Oh my.
We're off to the races here.
Hey, there we go.
This is pretty much the rolls we've been having most of the game, except for Arapel's persuasion. For some reason, I rolled well on all of that.
Yes.
I think 7's the highest I've rolled.
Oh,
There we go, guys.
Gao with the 20 MVP. Good job.
Yes.
All right.
That was a pretty clutch spell there at the end.
That's a really cool ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll miss you.
Yes. Yes, we will.
Sorry, I'm being attacked by a cat going, hey, I need treats.
This
is his
You
claw.
know,
They always need treats.
people think babies are needy, but have they ever had a cat? Or huskies?
Oh, huskies will just yell at you. I just yell back at him, and they just yell at each other.
Okay, since Luca left, I did a last-minute journaling update. Since he wasn't here to finish off what happened after him.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank
Hope
you.
you have a
Nice.
wonderful time. I'm hoping that I can get finances and be able to come back, but if I can't, I appreciate all the gaming we did.
Yeah, it was good having you.
Indubitably.
We will we'll keep in
Yes.
touch, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, good luck.
Excellent.
Yes. And Edison says hi to everybody.
Hello. Goodbye.
Night, night.
Yeah,
See
I have
ya.
to. I can't stay to chat too because I'm so sick. And
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, I have to wake
you
up
feel
at 6
better.
o'clock in the morning too. And
Ick.
so that's yeah, it's just not a good week.